want to know what a first date with Brady Miller is like. Now that you're on the market and you're hitting it hard.
Yeah, I went on a date. Middle of the week, actually. I went on a date on Tuesday.
Ooh, things are pretty serious.
Did you stay out late?
No, got home at 10:30, which is late for you.
It's pretty late.
Like beyond late for me.
But the date
I'm in bed for at least an hour and a half.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
At least.
The date started at 6:30 and we hung out till like 10:15.
That's
but
a good sign.
So that's a good sign. Yeah, we hung out for a long time.
What's it like? What's your attire? How much time do you spend getting ready?
I actually don't really spend a lot of time. I threw like I was going to throw
you
the
didn't have did you have a pre-planned like outfit? Did you pick out an outfit?
Yeah, I usually throw either the GOHUNT approach hoodie, like shameless
that's
plug,
a
but
go-to.
it's actually a really good one. Not the camo one. It's that
the
olive,
solid one. Yeah. It's great looking.
Color.
Great looking hoodie.
Or I have a free fly hoodie that I really like too. It's like a lighter blue color.
Yeah.
How did you decide to wear one or the other? Is it based on the girl?
No, if it's more summertime, you got to throw the blue
You
one
go
on.
with color?
Yeah. Some
Jeans?
Some jeans. Some cowboy
Are we
boots.
wearing like distressed jeans? We picking them out, starching them, ironing them?
No.
None of that?
No.
Yeah. Are they the
no,
jeans
actually,
from high
yeah,
school?
the ones I'm wearing right now, the ones from high school. Like,
Brady
seriously
Miller.
are.
Okay.
I still wear 'em.
Boots?
Yeah, sometimes cowboy boots. Sometimes just, regular shoes, but
You shower.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Cologne?
That's a good
No.
sign.
No cologne. Do you
No.
want a bottle of cologne?
I think I do have one, but I think, again, it's from high school. It's sitting in my spare bathroom.
Aspen?
Yeah.
Old Spice?
Yeah, it's probably something like that, yeah. But I don't, yeah.
Hat?
Yeah, oh yeah. Why would I not wear a hat?
I thought maybe you combed your hair up.
I'm not,
nice.
we're not going to like some fancy place here. We're just going to a restaurant.
Do you put conditioner in your hair?
No, I don't like
No, never?
conditioner.
You don't have a bottle of conditioner?
I do, but
You brush it out.
I don't know why you're getting into all those details. I think I just like
I
Do
wanna
you brush
know.
the hair out? Like how
No.
much effort are you
I don't
putting
even
in?
own a brush.
Okay. All right.
Comb?
Don't even own a comb.
Okay.
Just run the fingers through it. Put the hat on.
Put fingers through it, hat on, out the door.
Got
How'd you pick a hat?
Like the least logos. Well, it actually doesn't say Go Hunt, but it
You didn't
just has a diamond on it.
You didn't wear that one, the orange one with the
No.
Go Hunt logo on it?
No.
You should see how that
Is
goes.
there any thought to like I want to present this person with like the truest version of myself?
And that's why I set up my dating apps the truest version. They're all hunting photos.
Okay.
So people should know right away.
So when you go on this date, like she knows what she's getting into.
Sort of.
You feel like.
She didn't know what my job was.
How do you explain? Do you ever get asked your job? Like, oh, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
I get asked that all the time,
Yeah.
and it's like, how do I explain this? How much time do you have?
Try going
How
on
much
a,
do you know
I'm
about
like,
hunting?
I do this podcast, and then
Yeah. Try going on a date and then having to say that for the first time to a girl. It's very difficult.
That your job is literally hunting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have to say like, oh, I do podcasts. I'm on have some people following around videoing photos. It sounds like you're kind of a weird dude.
Yeah. It doesn't come off great.
Doesn't come out very great.
It doesn't come off great. Or you just be like, I'm a financial advisor.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like so clean.
yeah, I'm a banker. I'm in real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought we'd get into more like the hunting details, but we really didn't.
Did you pick her up or just meet?
No, we just met. Yeah. I actually showed up a minute late. I felt bad for her.
Oh,
1
she
minute
already there?
late.
She was already there. She already had a table.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Normally I'm there like 10, 15 minutes early on the day.
yeah,
it's
that's
like,
a gentleman.
Yeah, it's like
you get the table.
waiting outside
Yeah.
or like, make sure
You
everything's
get
good.
the table.
Not time the Vegas traffic.
so you went to dinner?
Yeah. Because most of the time I'm actually at the office at 6:30, but the date was at 6:30. And so like I actually had to leave the office at 5, which felt very weird.
Yeah.
Like there's still people at the office.
That's not a Brady.
I'm always the last person at the office.
That's not a Brady thing.
Did you guys spend some time talking before you met?
Just a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She
It's
actually asked me out, which I was like, yes. Makes it easy.
So that's what's kind of weird. Is like I would think that nowadays where most everything is online, right? I assume that's probably how you met her. Did you meet her online?
Yeah, dating app, yeah.
Dating app. So almost every date's a blind date nowadays,
Yeah. Yeah.
which must be
Hey,
weird.
Cody, will you start that clock just so I know where we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's like a very different form of dating.
Yeah, it's not like you knew her from like an apartment complex.
No, and no friend
You met her
connection.
through a roommate.
Yeah, the warm lead handoff from a roommate or something.
Yeah.
That's always the best.
Yeah. Yeah, none of that. I talked a lot about mountains.
Are you nervous?
No, I don't get nervous on dates more because I'm at the point in my life where I don't really care. Like,
Come
really-
on.
No, I'm serious. It really helps. I don't really care how the date goes. If it goes good, it goes bad. I'm like, well, whatever. There's probably
Plenty
more
of
girls
fish
out
in the
there.
sea. Yeah.
Like it's really the best attitude to have. Like if you get too like amped up, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be nervous. Like,
Is she the one before you even meet her? For
yeah,
a
where it's
drink?
like, if
Wonder
it
she's the
happens,
one.
if it happens and it works out, it happens. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, it's like whatever. I'll keep living my life.
Gotcha. I think I'd be
Maybe it's
nervous.
a bad mentality to have, but it's just the mentality.
I get nervous in general just meeting new people. And, you know,
Oh, me
just
too.
new people. I'm
Yeah, me
nervous.
thinking of walking into a restaurant and she's there at a table.
Yeah.
I would be
No,
full of
thank you.
nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know how different mine and Brady's lives are right now?
Yeah.
So that's what Brady's riding the high of. Then I've had a stomach ache all morning because I was so goddamn embarrassed for what happened this morning. My wife's been laughing at me all day.
What happened?
So, you know, life with kids, like shit just happens constantly, you know? So I take, you know, trying to be a good husband, good dad. I'm taking my son to school every morning right now because, you know, the baby, my wife's got the baby. So I'm like doing my part. I go to the gym even earlier now so I can get home, get him ready, shower, take him to school. Been doing a good job, right? Well, I'll lead this story with like the outcome of the story. I can never take him back to school again. Never going back to that school. I almost like left Vegas this morning. So
Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome.
it's so so we pull up to school and it's like, you know, the whole drop off line and everything. But
Oh,
my
yeah.
son's 4, so
I do it every
you get
day.
out of the car. But like at the
walk
4-year-old,
him.
you get out, walk him in, and there's really no question who drives this truck. You know what I mean? It's wrapped in camo. It says GOHUNT on it.
Yep.
My kid wears camo every day. I wear camo or like a camo hat most days. Like there's really no question. You know what I mean? Like it's people know. Well, he loves to climb. He climbs out of my driver door. He likes to come out the same door for whatever reason. I don't know. Kids are kids. He wants to be cool. Come out my same door.
Well, your truck's pretty high.
Yeah, and
You probably lift him down, right?
yeah, I lift him down. But like he, for whatever reason, he always tells me like, "No, I'm coming out your door." Like
Yeah.
he just likes to come out the driver door. I don't know if it's a kid showing off thing. He wants to come out driver's side. I don't know. But he's always hitting shit in my truck. Always. Like about a week ago, we put it in 4-wheel drive. So I go to like hard crank to turn out of the thing.
That's never good.
And I hear everything grinding. Luckily, didn't bust anything, right? Last thing you want to do in 4-wheel drive is crank the fucking tires all the way over.
Yep.
So I'm like stuck in the middle of the intersection. Got to like pop it in reverse, get it in 2-wheel drive. So that was last week. Something always happens. But you guys know I have a train horn. In my truck, right? You guys know that.
He lays on the train.
No, it's even worse. It's even worse. So I have a train horn. Anybody who drives a, you know, newer aged Ford, I don't know when they started doing this, 2016, 17, whatever. Mine's a 19, so it has the switches up top. Like there's those auxiliary switches up top on the, like right by where the sunroof sits. And unknowing to me, that switch was flipped when my truck was off and he was climbing out my driver's side door. He must have hit it. So I go in, how you doing? Hi, Miss Nicole. Hi, Miss. Hey, how you guys doing? How the kids? You know, just trying to be a good dad, right? I come out to go back in my truck, and that thing fires the second the battery kicks on because it runs off a compressor on the bottom, right? Underneath my truck, underneath the carriage, there's an air compressor, and then the train horn. So as soon as the battery fires, that thing's kicking out
going.
air. Yeah. So I'm I'm walking out in the middle of the drop-off line. People everywhere, right? Security guard standing there. My son's school has security, thank God. Especially after yesterday. But like everyone's standing there. Yeah. Truck's right there in the middle. I'm on the phone with my wife telling her like, yep, he did good today. Walked right in, you know, because it's always a thing when they're that young. And I go to kick on my truck. There is a mom and a 4-year-old that could not have been more than 4 inches off my back bumper. And I thought I killed her. I'm not kidding. I thought she was going down. Hand on her heart, like almost took a knee. Security guards looking around like something's going on.
Oh,
everyone, the air horn went as soon as I turned my key. I don't have a push start in this truck. It's like a key start. Yeah. So the second I turned the key. So I'm scared too. I don't know. It like scares the shit out of me. So it takes me an extra second to like, the switch to flip it off. The whole parking lot is looking back at me.
For how long does it go on?
A second. And that's a long time for a train horn.
But it is really loud.
It is so loud. It's so loud. And this mom and a 4-year-old, like the 4-year-old might have hearing damage. I don't even know. And I'm sitting there. The entire school is looking at me. Like people on the the kids out on the recess are like running to the gate to look out to the parking lot.
What did you do?
Drove off as fast as I could. Literally, and I'm not kidding.
You didn't get out and like help her up.
I drove off as fast as I could, and I went a different way than I normally do because I like flip a U-turn and like pass the school again. I didn't even do that. I went a brand new way and just hit the road and
Probably
never
because
stopped.
your mind was numb and you didn't really know where you were going in a way. You're just like, I'm just going to drive.
I've been so embarrassed all morning
You gonna change the
about
horn?
this.
You might
I'm
go
going
on
to
clip
sell the
it.
truck. I can't ever be seen again.
Like you can't go tomorrow in the same truck.
I can't go back to the school. My wife's going to have to start dropping them off now.
Take that lady like a basket.
It's not. It's just she got the brunt of it because she was so close to the bumper. But the entire school
Heard it.
looked at me. Not just heard it, like ran to see what was happening. And there I am sitting there.
Here, 'cause
I think if you try to
At
make
school.
it right, then all the parents will talk about it and be like, oh.
You
I'm
haven't
just
got-
going to act
you
like
haven't
it
got
never
an email
happened.
yet?
No email yet. I'm just going to act
hey-
like it never happened. I drove off.
Hey, Mr. Sartini, we had an incident this morning.
I drove off so fast.
that would be
Yeesh.
so wildly embarrassing.
Yeah, and to the point of like just meeting new people for me is
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's
100%.
stressful.
Difficult, yeah.
I like the attention thing. I don't do well with. The entire school was looking, and of course it's the truck. Like it's so noticeable.
What's Turtle think?
No one. I know he heard it, and I know he's laughing his
He's
ass off in
laughing.
there.
That's what I'm wondering.
I know he's sitting in there like, "Oh, that's my dad."
Yeah.
You know, like
Everyone's now gonna know
thinking I
more.
did it was funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like thinking it was funny. It was not funny.
Have you
It
seen?
scared the shit out of me too. I didn't know it was going to go off.
Have you seen this guy on Instagram? His whole shtick is like he picks up his kids.
Yeah, the
And he
pickup
had-
line. Yeah.
Either that or is it the same guy that has like a dance routine? He like
Yes.
plays
Yeah.
music at top and he like picks her
Yeah.
up and does like an
Yeah.
MC Hammer full dance. Just watching that gives me anxiety. I'm like, oh, that poor kid and I just couldn't do it.
This has been eating at me.
Yeah, I don't like
So much
embarrassing
today.
moments like that either.
That's
I've
fun.
literally had like a knot in my stomach all morning.
That's
Like
fun.
I don't know the wife and the kid, are they okay? Or the mom and the kid? I don't know. I don't know if they're okay.
Well, that's an exciting start to your day.
She's like holding her chest and like about to take a knee, and I'm looking at my mirrors and I'm like, holy shit, I got to get out of here. So I just busted off.
Yikes.
That was my start to the day. While Brady's riding this high of, you know,
Having a date, meeting new people, hanging
that's
out.
the difference of kids to single right there.
Yeah.
You going out there again?
Yeah, I think probably this weekend.
Uh-oh. It's
Yeah.
getting serious.
Kids? No. I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't. You never know.
Never know.
Never know. That's what I said.
Young love.
Though. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm
Puppy
kind of
love.
okay. I just don't put any pressure
That's what
on
that's
it.
called. Remember when Neville said it wasn't love? And we kept telling him,
Oh,
like,
we
oh,
kept telling
dude,
him it was.
we can tell, we can see it on you. We can smell it on you. It's puppy love. And he kept saying no.
Yeah, he's Twitter pated.
I got his announcement.
Next
in the
thing
mail
we know,
the
the
other
guy's
day.
moving to Colorado for a
Dude.
girl.
So speaking of Neville, over the weekend, I finally checked my mail because I've been gone a lot, you know. And I got a little wedding invitation from old Christopher Neville. So I put his picture on my fridge.
I have a screenshot of it.
Yeah, I have a
You
picture.
really?
Yeah. So I took a picture and put it on my fridge, and took a picture. And I texted the Neville. I was like, dude, you made my fridge. Congratulations. This is gonna be up there for the next year until you guys get married.
Yeah, I screenshot it and sent him a message that said, "Oh, look at these babes,
Yep.
just young babes."
Well, if I
Yep.
don't have an invite, and if I don't get one, I'm going to give him so much shit.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have brought that up.
Yeah,
Then.
there you go. Now
Yeah.
you just got him in trouble.
I just
Yeah.
got Neville in
Now I know
trouble.
where I stand in Neville's life.
Well, the
Old
mail
Neville.
can be slow. You know, he's got to wait. It's snail mail. It's USPS. You know, after all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I doubt I was invited.
Yeah. Send that. Congrats, you made it in my fridge. LOL.
That's awesome.
you
good
put
for
it
him.
on the fridge.
Put it on the fridge. I got magnets all over my fridge. All those wedding invitations and randomness and old Christmas photos of my family.
Do you
I
put,
don't
out,
live a very exciting life,
do you
guys.
put out a Christmas card?
To me? Do
Yeah,
I?
yeah.
I should.
You should.
A single dude putting on a Christmas
Do you
card?
guys?
Every so
I
often.
think it's the thing that we haven't done one in ages and ages.
Stand with all like the mountains this year.
It probably would be a good idea to just have harvest photos. Like
Like your
collective-
year in review of hunting.
And
Yeah.
write a letter.
It's like
my mom always wrote a letter for
My
Christmas.
dad still does.
Yeah.
It's like
Does he really?
yeah, 3 or 4 pager. Yeah, he goes through and like
What
recounts
would I do
everything that
instead of-
happened for him for the year.
Instead of updating how the kids are, you know, like he's like, oh yeah, Joey's in 3rd grade or whatever. I could be like, all right, well, my 300 rum, I took 14 shots with it this year, and this other good.
awesome.
Like,
Do it.
just talk about my rifles as like they're my kids.
Gotta do it.
Brady Miller Christmas letter.
Gotta do it.
Well, good deal. Should we Somebody told us we talked too much at the first of a podcast. So
Well, they're
hopefully
gonna
that
love
wasn't-
this one.
Hopefully that wasn't too long. How long was it? 9 minutes? 50? Damn it! I thought we were being better.
Well, the thing, we don't get to like bullshit very often. You know what I mean? Like you're here every other week. Like this is kind of our
time,
catch up. Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Sorry,
are
everybody.
fly on the wall of how we catch up with each other.
We're
when we
just
see.
catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's a little bit off the wall. Talking about my dating life.
I think it's a good one.
I think it's great.
Curious minds want to know.
Curious minds want to know.
Yeah. Hit Brady up though if you're out there. If you're a female listener,
Whoa.
slide into
Turn this
Brady's
into a dating
slide
podcast.
into Brady's DMs.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. No girls slide in on my
Yeah,
DM.
actually, slide into both Chris Porter and Brady's DMs. Just do 1, 2 Brady, but link Porter in so he can be in on it because I think he digs that stuff, right?
Oh,
really-
he is.
Yeah, he really digs it.
He's
He's
the,
like the-
matchmaker for Brady.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just get him involved early. We should hit promo.
Yep.
Promos.
How much time you guys been spending in Insider lately?
A lot.
A metric. I'm not gonna swear yet. A metric ton.
A metric ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through. I noticed we have draw odds for some states: Wyoming, Utah, Alaska,
Wyoming, Utah,
Those are-
Colorado as well.
Colorado as well.
I was actually on Colorado's last night.
Yeah, those are all
Looking at
updated. I spent some time yesterday afternoon after lunch, just like cruising and looking, updating some points.
And if you guys are listening to this, we haven't announced we have those states live yet.
No,
so
we haven't.
you guys are going to be able to check it out first.
Yeah.
Posting the podcast. So jump over and check out those.
Yeah,
new
the
states
odds
we're
are
on.
odds are already updated. I was always already looking at some draw odds.
Did you see Wyoming? Some of those big western region, like what happened to the mule deer.
You mean the?
I don't say regions. You probably will say them.
What's that supposed to mean, Brady?
I mean, it's GA.
Calling trail out.
Are there other regions in Wyoming for deer?
Yeah, probably not. Have you seen those?
Yeah. What are you seeing? I'm
It's
curious.
just like the way they're going up. Some of them are going down.
Some are going down.
Yeah.
I was curious that I was looking at it yesterday.
I figured it
and
would.
I did too, but I was surprised at the number of people that pulled back from those. Yeah, they definitely took a dip in the number of points it required to draw.
Yeah. I was even in, gosh, I hate saying states. I was even in Colorado looking at some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was looking at, this is why I love seeing how many people apply at certain point levels. There's some units that for whatever reason should not be this popular, but like a dude burned like 18 points on something that took like 5.
Yeah, and you always try to make you
And like,
always
what
try
is-
to make sense of that.
What does that guy know?
Yeah, what did his friend?
Did he mess up on his app? Like,
Yeah.
does he know something crazy is going on? But there's like the guy that, like that high
Does
level,
your gut tell you that he knows something?
No.
Like he's getting, or
That's
he
where I
just,
jumped
or he
to.
just screwed up.
or he screwed up.
I
or
jumped immediately. He
Yeah.
screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
like,
I-
it's like extraordinarily high over the point curve.
Oh, I'm like, that guy definitely screwed up. He's kicking his own ass, guaranteed. Somewhere right now, that guy's like, what in the hell?
No, I'm an optimist. I always am like, oh, he knows somebody who lives there that saw something that like
Really?
that's what he's going after next year. Yeah.
So then is there a strategy there? Would someone want to be looking at that and being like, all right, I'm going to try to find a bunch of those people who might be doing that? Maybe then assume maybe they didn't kill. So maybe that guy burned a lot of points.
And didn't kill that,
There was
that
a 200
target
buck,
animal.
there was a 210 inch buck on an easy to draw unit, relatively easy. Didn't kill. I got those points. Maybe I should go in there and
Yeah, that's
Check
where
it
I
out.
jump. It's like,
Like,
what
what
do
do we
they
do?
know that I don't know?
I want to know if you applied for a unit that took 5 points and you burned 18. Reach out and tell me if you screwed up on your application or if you
Or-
knew something.
do something.
I would love to know.
Yeah. Because like that gets to the point too where like you're not just burning them because you want to go hunting. Like that's why don't you pick something that's a 10-point unit, you know?
I've had a bunch of people reach out that they were like, how many mule deer points did you burn on the last hunt that I went on? I won't say the state because I know that you're against
Nevada.
that, right? Nevada.
What are we doing?
We're here for the people.
How many did you burn? And I've had people be like, oh, that sucks, you know, because they've asked me. A lot of them are people that I know, so I feel comfortable talking to them, to like kind of telling them what the hunt was like and what I saw. And I've had several people be like, oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. And I'm like, yeah, because I didn't see a lot of big bucks. I saw a lot of bucks. I just didn't see a lot of big bucks. And I don't know. I look at that. I think it's different because I would feel differently. I talked to a guy about it last night, actually. I would feel differently if I'd burned that many points on an elk tag and had the same type of hunt, like if quality wasn't there, than I do about a mule deer.
How many
Mule
points?
hunts are funner in general.
I
That's
think
where you
it's
went
'cause-
with that?
Yeah. I go with it like, I just feel like any unit can produce a big buck.
It's
So like I feel
true.
like it's not that big of a deal if I burn a lot of points on a mule deer hunt and it doesn't like live up to expectations, because I feel like I could draw a 1 point unit next year in some other state and have as good or better hunt than I would. But I feel like elk, it's more
Drastic.
it's more reflective of the number
Yeah.
of points that you burn. So if you burn 15 points on an elk hunt, I feel like the quality of the bulls on the landscape reflects 15 points. Much better for that
I
species.
see where you're
than
going with that
than-
now. I see where you're going.
Yeah, qualitative data on elk.
Yeah.
Do you
Now
think
that,
so?
now that you say that, in a sense, yeah.
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 How many points did you burn?
I think I want to say 12. I think I had 12.
I mean, unless we're talking
10
about
or
like
12.
the main big ones, like 5-10 units that everyone can think of, like the strip and
Yeah,
all
which
that
to me
stuff.
for
Like
mule
that-
deer is like not that many in Nevada because tags are so hard to come by as a
Yeah.
non-resident anyway. It's like, I don't know.
But
I
in
felt
general,
fine.
when you burn high points, you're
Mm-hmm.
usually not guaranteeing giant deer. It usually doesn't mean that, but elk, a little bit more. Like my elk hunt,
I think it does. Yeah,
like
I
my
think-
elk hunt, like I burned a lot of points, and rightly so. There's a lot of big bulls.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, racking through my brain, I actually do agree with you. Like the elk do seem to be more reflective of how many points it took.
Yeah. Yeah, or odds in general. If you look
Yeah.
at a unit in New Mexico or Idaho and it's a super low draw for elk, and I draw that tag, and you go out on a landscape, I feel like what you see is way more reflective of the odds
Why do
to
you think
draw.
that? Why do you think
Yeah.
that is?
Because elk are a better animal.
I think they're just managed more because they're the cash cow of the state.
Yeah, probably a lot of it's management, I guess. You know, I just that, and then there's probably something to the fact that you know, a mule deer buck can slip through the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
They're hard to glass.
I mean, they can get bigger and a real easy unit to draw over time, just because I think they're a lot more secretive. Like they can tuck in a hidey hole. They can, you know, just find their little niche. And if
Yeah.
nobody finds them, they can get to 4.5, 5.5 years old pretty easy.
Or like elk, everyone knows about them.
Well, yeah, and then the other thing I think about elk, I mean, it might take an elk 8-10 years to reach maturity, like to, you know, full trophy potential, whereas mule deer can hit it in 4.5, you know, so
Yeah.
they don't have to live quite as long. But anyway, food for thought. I thought it was interesting. I've been looking at odds a lot, so I mean, we're definitely in research season. I know I'm already looking at the number of points, and yeah, part of the podcast we're going to do today. I guess we should hit with a promo, right?
Hey, we
Yeah.
went with
That's
the
where we
promo,
started
but
with that.
Promo, yeah, that we started in the promo.
we started as a promo,
Yeah,
and
but
then
use the
got into
promo code.
tactics.
Yeah, use the promo code podcast. Sign up for an insider research account. Get yourself 50 points in the Go Hunt Gear Shop. You can use those 50 points, $50, to buy anything you want in the gear shop or towards the purchase anything you want in the shop. If you want to sign up for Go Hunt Maps, you're going to get 20 points, which is $20 back into the Go Hunt Gear Shop. You can use that to buy gear. It's just an incentive to be a member.
Buy yourself a Christmas present.
And a shameless plug again, but I think it's the best time of year to be an insider.
Oh, it no doubt is.
If you're not an insider, if you are an insider, I would say most people probably get renewed right about this time. But if you're not an insider and you've been like kicking around the idea of like, you know, applying in multiple states or even your home state, if you just want to explore like more opportunities within your home state, I would say now
The
is
best.
the time to
Yeah,
sign up.
I love when the new odds come out.
Oh, it's
I
the best.
love looking at filtering 2.0, checking out new like
like
enhancements
Christmas.
we're making to the product. I love checking on that. All the app strategies that come out. I love looking at those, reading the old ones, reading all these other like insider only articles we're dropping here soon. Like it's a great time of year to dive into some research. And around the holidays, what's better than like, you know, you want to hang out with your relatives, or do you want to sit in your computer and do some research? I'd rather sit in the computer and do some research.
Hands down.
Amen.
Not debatable. Yeah. So now's a great time to do research. I get excited. Like yesterday after lunch, I just sat down for a half hour and I was like looking through the updated odds. And at the end of it, I was like looking at and I was preparing for this podcast, but I was like, I could feel my excitement level increasing as I was looking at the possibilities, and I was looking at the number of points I have and kind of trying to lay out some possible hunts for 24. I was like, I'm getting excited. I genuinely really like research app season.
You do the work now, you're gonna have a better fall. It's literally 1-to-1 ratio. How much time you put in now, you'll
The other cool thing about app season is it's like I don't gamble, even though we're out of Vegas, right? Do you guys gamble?
No.
I sports bet every so often.
Do you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You don't go down like pull slots.
No.
I I think we should do that sometime. We should do a podcast from a casino, and we should all just sit down.
Sit there and smoke
We
eaters.
should sit down
With our oxygen
We
tanks?
should burn heaters and just feed money into a machine and just pull it.
The famous saying, Vegas is built on slot machines and $5 buffets.
Can we do that? Let's do that, and then let's hit a buffet.
The other stuff is like the games that you should. I mean, if you're going to the slot machines, that's where they make all the money, all of it.
Dress up like Fear Loathing in Las Vegas.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll sit down with some machines and then we'll hit a buffet.
$5 buffet at the Strat. Strat, I don't think has a $5 buffet. We'd have to go to like just set up a buffet for us.
And just gorge ourselves.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't want anything special. I want like
The $5.
I want the
buffet.
$5
The
buffet.
slop.
I want the $5 T-bone and whatever else comes with it.
Yeah, it's like eating a rubber tire.
I like it.
My lungs are going to say no. I don't like going into
To the food or the heaters?
The smoke. I just hate the smoke.
You've changed. No.
Brady.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about, I thought we'd do like a year-end recap, kind of. I thought it'd be interesting to just, so we've been at it for a while. But we're kind of closing in on the end of the year. I thought it'd be interesting to do kind of a recap. And the way I broke that down and proposed to you guys was like in twos, right? So 2 lessons learned, 2 pieces of gear that you were difference makers that were new to you. Brady's looking at, he's like half smiling. You're making me nervous.
I got something coming out.
Hit me with it now. I want to hear it.
Why the terrible twos?
I don't know. I just like twos.
Why twos?
Two's good, right?
But like it's 2023, so you could have played off the 3
I
on the
thought
back.
about 3, but I thought if we did 3 and there's
It's
3
gonna be
of
a
us, it's going to be a
4-hour podcast?
5-hour podcast.
Is that bad?
It's not bad, but our camera equipment. Yeah, Cody told me our
Can't have
camera
nice, can't
equipment
have
is
nice
like,
things.
yeah, he said like maybe 2 hours max, right?
Yeah.
That's optimistic.
Bro, I remember back when we did my Tajikistan podcast, we got 3 hours and like 45 minutes out of that
That's
sucker.
a different camera.
Was it a different
It was
camera?
an older camera.
We gotta up this stuff.
update the
What are
camera.
we doing?
Yep.
You heard it here
so
first.
twos, if you're okay with twos.
Twos. I'm okay with twos. That's just how I was waiting to smirk on
Turns
you.
out we got to invest in the podcast. All right.
Yeah, so 2 lessons learned, 2 pieces of gear that made a difference to you, a couple of goals for 2024. So 2 of those. And we'll just kick it off.
Wow.
I know Brady's prepped. I got here today and I was like, Brady, what are you doing? He's like, I'm prepping for the podcast. So,
That's my
I
guy.
was thinking about it last night, but I was like, I'm not going to write anything down last night. And so I decided to think about it a little bit more today and actually jot some things down.
yeah, and then maybe,
I'm not a jotter.
I love notes.
yeah, I have to have notes or I forget.
Yeah.
So let's kick it
Mental.
off. Let's do lessons learned first. So hit me with a couple lessons you learned this year, Brady, and then we'll hit you, Lorenzo.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to see the lessons learned? Blank. That's the part I saved.
You had
and
the perfect season.
Yeah.
You had a really good
It
season.
really was. I mean, that's the hard thing is it was, I went 8 for 8.
Yeah.
I literally-
That guy who came in and visited us
It was
from
a perfect
BC,
date, though.
It was a good, solid 8. That guy who came in from BC that we were talking to, him and I were talking because he was stone hunting in BC this last year too with him and his buddies. Then we talked about you and your hunting season. And we're like, you know what's crazy? What have you been hunting for 25 years?
Yeah, stupid amount. Yeah, my whole life.
This is your single best year
single best year.
in 25 years. It's awesome. You know what I mean?
That is pretty awesome.
It's awesome. It's crazy. You do it for so long, but you still have that. You just never know when the stars align and things happen, and it's awesome.
Maybe the one thing I learned from this season, I'm just gonna go off the top of my head now, which I think is gonna be more authentic and better, is just my true love and appreciation for the absolute grind. Like I love it. You guys have heard me talk about before. I love the suck. I love the steep nasty. But like, I did a lot of that this year. A lot of roller coaster emotions, not seeing things, finding things, ups, downs.
It paid off for you this year, though, too.
Yeah, but just continuing to grind and continuing just to put myself in places that I love to be. Like I love it. Love the mountains completely. And most of my hunts were, for the most part, big nasty backpack mountain hunts.
Did you get in this conversation on your date about is this what you talked about with the mountains?
We talked about my love of mountains
You
a
love
lot.
the-
Yeah,
You love
like
the
she
grind.
likes to hike Red Rock. You like to hike.
Did you use that
Crazy shit.
exact phrase? I love the grind. No?
No. But yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. I did not phrase it in terms of hunting. I phrased it more in terms of
Of what?
just that I love the mountains. Like
Where you
mountains in
going
general,
with
like mountains hunting.
That took a turn.
So like I just reinforced it because like it was a lot. I was gone a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like going back to back, but it never was like, oh, I can't wait till the season's over. That's the thing that was really crazy to me because like I was gone a lot, wasn't home a lot, grinded during the week, staying up
Still got
stupid
all
hours.
your work done. Yeah.
The amount of hours, like people don't, I mean, I don't even really sometimes realize it, but it's like the amount of hours it takes for me to actually be gone on a hunt beforehand. It's stupid because I have to have all the content ready, while I'm gone, content ready when I get back, content during that week. So like it's literally putting 2.5 times the amount of work before I go on a hunt to go on a hunt.
And if anyone out there wonders, like I've had people ask me like, oh, all Brady does is hunt, right? Like it may seem that way, but you have earned so much respect within the business and the company that like, if you are going hunting, there's no question about it. Things are absolutely dialed. Nothing's falling through the cracks.
And if
it's been what, 9 years of that, 8 years of that?
No, we're with 10 years.
10 years. Have you worked here 10 years?
10 years.
10 years of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking wild.
And so like most people know who hunt with me too. Like I'll be the guy who's still with my laptop in the car while we're driving.
Yeah,
like I'm still cramming at the airport. I'm still trying to get things done. I'm poaching Wi-Fi on a plane.
Do you go into a hunt because you've done all the pre-work going into that? Do you feel like your mind is like more right when you get there?
I can. Once the hunt starts, it's just everything else in life shuts off.
So there's your lesson learned.
Yeah,
I did it for you.
you summarized it a lot shorter.
I wrapped it up.
But that's like a couple of mine, just like appreciating everything and then realizing I still have a passion and a drive. Like I never wanted the hunting season to stop.
Yeah.
And like, we joke when I got back. It's like if I could find 2 more hunts to make it 10, I would definitely go on a weekend right now and do. I've been trying to find first come first serve tag. Like
reindeer.
Reindeer?
Mm-hmm. That's Christmas.
Yeah. So like it was an epic season, and yeah.
What about you?
I have one really good lesson learned and then another like just kind of a normal one.
Mm-hmm.
But my really good one, we haven't recapped our hunts yet this year, but on my stone hunt, I was telling you guys before leaving, you guys were asking me like, am I fully dedicated to archery? And I said, yeah, I'm entirely good. And I had put it in my head, this is borderline impossible, and if it happens, it happens. But if I come home empty, like all good, I'm going to be chasing stones with a bow.
Did you take a rifle?
No.
You did not take a rifle?
I swear.
Did you consider taking a rifle?
No, never, not one
Never
time.
did?
Not one time.
That's the way to do it if you're going to do it.
Not one time.
Because then you don't give yourself the out.
Yeah, I made that commitment to myself of like, this is something I want to chase for myself is a bow slam, like over the years and the rest of the course of my life. Like it's just something I really want to do. And here's what better opportunity than to start now. And if I come home empty, then hey, I'm still young. I can still figure it out. Maybe go on another stone hunt in 10 years or something.
Is that your lesson? Don't take a rifle on a bow hunt? That's one.
Yeah.
That's a good lesson.
If you're going to make the decision, make it.
That's the best decision.
Like burn the boats. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Burn the ships, man. So anyways, I had it built up in my head that, what I wanted to do was going to be borderline impossible. Like not a lot of people do it. There's not a lot of like success stories out there. Some people do it, but you never know. But I just kind of had it built up in my head of if I don't get it done, I don't get it done. Like I'm totally fine coming home. And I was so much to that point that, when we recap the story, hopefully I don't want to get long-winded since we don't want a 5-hour podcast, but I was so dedicated to that mindset. And there was a stalk on day 2 that I had in my head, like, okay, this is it. We're on top of sheep. No clue we were there in the alpine trees. Like, here we go. And it didn't work out. 2 days later, the sheep are in, there's 2 legal rams we were chasing. The sheep are in the worst, looking from the bottom, from the valley floor, the worst setup there possibly is. And in my mind, I went back to, oh yeah, this is impossible. Like we had our chance. I don't know if I'm going to get another one. Like this is impossible, but yeah, we're here. Let's go. So I was real lackadaisical on the hike up. Anybody who's sheep hunted up north, like it's hours to get to where the sheep are because you're glassing from the valley floor and there's so much vertical to get to the top, and the amount of like the topography game you got to play to get up there without them seeing you. It takes a really long time. But you're sitting there in Canada. What else are you going to do? Like, yeah, might as well go. So I was real lackadaisical the entire time though, of, back to the mindset of this is impossible. Like I'm here, might as well enjoy it. Let's hike to the top.
Yep.
Like go look at some sheep, whatever. And I never had that in my mind of like, yeah, let's go. Like that dedicated, let's go try to kill one thought. And the whole time we just kept stalking these sheep throughout the whole day. Made another play, made another play, but never in my mind did I think this could be a chance. It was always like, oh, this is, back to the impossible mindset. And next thing I know, 51 yards from a band of 8 rams, bedded. And the way it happened, I was real kind of out of it. And I usually, like, one of the things, I'm not the best bow shot, I'm not the best rifle shot, I'm not the best in any of that. But one thing I do try to be really good at is not rushing shots, not rushing the moment, full draw the bow. And I don't like to settle into the bowstring. I like to get full sight pictures and understand what's going on and what way the animals are going and how the animal's facing, quartered, this, that, whatever it is. And I've always been very good at that. That's like one of where my confidence comes, like going in on a stalk and trying to kill an animal, is I know I'm good at that, more so than the shot and all this other stuff. But I was so lackadaisical. All of a sudden I'm 51 yards from eight rams bedded. And, I break the sight plane to the rams. They all stand up. And it was so shocking to me that it worked. No process, no system, no anything.
Mentally, you weren't there.
Was not there. Rushed the shot. Thank God I've been practicing a ton. Still made a shot. Obviously I killed the ram. But I couldn't reflect on how he was standing. I was like blank
Blacked
afterwards. Out. Totally blank afterwards. And it just proved again.
That's a good
you
one.
Never know. So
treat everyone as an opportunity.
Yeah, it was a great
seriously.
mindset to start with, this whole mentality of like, this is what I'm doing and I'm entirely comfortable coming home empty. But it ended up actually changing my mindset in the moment as well. After we blew the first stock, when I really did think it was going to happen on day 2. So, man, I got real lackadaisical.
That's a good one.
Not good.
I have one similar. I'll tell it, but yeah, it's very, very similar.
Yeah.
What was your second one?
Second one is make sure all your shit is done before you leave.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking more on the family side, right? I got kids coming, or I had a kid coming in the moment. We were moving houses, my wife, and I was not able to fully enjoy the elk hunt because I was stressed the entire time. And I ended up.
I mean, you did have a kid coming.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't
but
it was. I mean, that one is kind of out of your control.
But on
It's
the
hard
drive,
to-
on the
to
drive
disconnect from that.
home, I remember because we left the elk hunt 2 days early because I just couldn't take it anymore. And the Omar and I's elk hunt, and I remember driving home like, man, if I could have done that before I left, I could have gotten more situated for my wife, like this house moving and all this stuff. If I could have just spent a couple hours here or there throughout the weeks, whatever, I could have probably hunted those 2 days. Like, what am I doing? And I know it's funny, we just talked about with Brady that he's so good at that. But like, I was kind of pissed off about it. Like, I should have just done that. Why didn't I do it?
It gets a little more complex when you start having kids.
Families.
Yeah, family.
And it felt so complex beforehand, and I ended up just leaving. And then on the drive home, 12-hour drive, I'm like, I really could have done that.
Yeah.
There's no reason I didn't.
Both good. Those are good. Mine, I feel like this was the same one as that I had last year or maybe 2 years ago. Was I missed some shots.
You see that one comment on YouTube?
What? Oh, about the guy with the phase 4?
No, something about like, oh, he sailed it over top of an out. Or
The guy that said, I'll stick with my phase 4. I didn't sell 2 arrows over an elk's back. Yeah, I was like, high five.
Yeah, good for you.
Good on
I
you.
was going to comment.
You're better.
And say something
You
funny,
won.
but
Yeah, I was just, I mean, okay. I mean, I guess I could have held that in tight and just not say anything.
Yeah.
But,
no, trust me, the internet's fun. You're talking
whatever.
about missing or you show miss. Oh,
I
you're
love
gonna
the
get ripped.
internet. I have a real appreciation
I
for
give him a
how
thumbs up on it.
different people are.
Phase 4 is a good bow. I mean, stick
Great
with
bow.
it. Yeah, good on you. But mine I feel like is one that I'm continually learning, which is range is everything in bow hunting. And I feel like I missed a couple shots, and I think it was primarily again due to range because I just ended up cutting yards and made a perfect shot at that point. But
did it feel good? Did the shot break clean still?
Yeah, bull shots.
So
dead bull. Yeah. Nope.
No.
Dead bull. Nope. Okay, well, he's still there. Let's cut, 4 yards or 5 yards and let's do it again and see what happens. So, range is everything in bow hunting. It's hard to do when you're hunting elk because things happen so quickly. I feel like if you're stalking mule deer, it's to me at least anyway, it's a lot more likely that you'll have the ability to like range the animal, a little bit more time to collect yourself. It feels like elk, they get up and they move so much, you know.
They never stop moving.
There's a lot of time when you're ranging a tree and you're like, okay, how far is that animal from that tree, you know, and what is the range? So it can happen so fast, but yeah, range is everything. I mean, I was using a rangefinder that I've talked about it. It's, you know, the Leica, and it does calculate
Stop
terrain.
using it.
I know, I did. I quit
Because of the angle cut thing.
Yeah,
It takes too long to show up.
I quit it. And I mean, main reason, you know, Sig was nice enough to hook me up with a Kilo 5, which, you know, has the ability to put in bow mode, and I can put my foot per second in the rangefinder. But yeah, I feel like in the moment, I'm so focused on making the shot and the animal and like the way he's standing and drawing my bow that just I've lacked the ability, I should say, to wait for that little calculation and then get the right range. So I would say range is absolutely everything in bow hunting. I would bet that more people miss shots due to range miscalculations than anything in bow
Actual
hunting.
bad shot.
Yeah. That's my gut. That's what my gut tells me. So range is everything. New rangefinder. So I feel pretty good about that update. And like I said, I just think range is everything in bow hunting, and I continually learn that lesson.
Gonna hammer it home this
which
year.
sucks. I just got fortunate this year, and an animal just stood there and was like, "Oh, what's that?"
The bow is quieter.
Bow's quieter. That's it. The other one I had is like very similar to yours, which is like trust your gut. So I had a situation in Nevada. We had a buck bedded. I'd taken the time to drop a point where I thought this buck was bedded based on aerial imagery and like looking at the landscape. Dropped a point.
Shout out rangefinder tool.
Yeah, made the loop, and God, I'm always hoarse. Feel like I got a frog in my throat. Sorry about that.
Froggy.
A little froggy. Anyway, yeah, made the loop on the buck. Have a camera guy with me. He also dropped a point, and we're making a stalk on this buck, and we're kind of coming in from above and behind him. And we get up and it's just like open to, there's like no vegetation really to reference or anything like that. So you're basically looking like this cliff band, and you're kind of, you know, looking at the landscape. And I walked up to an area where I was like, okay, this is like my final 100 yards. And, you know, he's like, hey, do you think he's back here behind us? Or do you think he's like out there ahead of us where you have your point? And he's like, I have a point back here. And at the time I was like, my gut tells me he's out here. But I let that like little seed of doubt just like creep in. And I thought, well, I've got the wind. I will go back and I will check this little pocket first.
Thinking you can do it maybe quick or whatever.
Yeah, thinking I could do it pretty quick. You know, if he is in this other one, I can still make that stock, you know? Yeah. So go back, check that pocket, and he's not there. And at that point, there'd been some other deer that had come over the ridge, and I watched them like go out, you know? And then I'm starting to think, probably ran out with those other deer. He's not there. And I just had like this little seed of doubt. Like it was just festering in me, you know? And so I think, well, okay, he's not there, but I'm going to go check the other pocket that I originally had dropped the mark on. And my gut was telling me like, that's the spot, right? So I'm creeping out along the edge. And just like you, I got lackadaisical because I'm thinking he's not here.
He's not here. Yeah.
He went out with those other deer.
Yeah.
You know,
they're done that.
And looking at the topography, when I got to the first spot, I thought, it does look more like I thought, you know, but it's just like these little seeds of doubt are like creeping in, you know? And honestly think, I mean, I've said this before, but I honestly think like in a lot of situations, I'm more successful on my own because it is just me. Like it's just my gut. I'm going with my gut feeling. I'm going with like my route, you know, the thing that I think I need to do. But anyway, so I'm getting a little lackadaisical. I walk up to this other ledge, this like little area, and like the pocket looked a lot smaller than it did when I was glassing it back from the other side. And I'm like looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, he's definitely not in this pocket, you know? And like he blows out at like 30 yards. I mean, he's like right below me, just right below me. And then he pops out to like 80, 85. And kind of at that point, he's just like looking at us, and then he blows out and goes up and over the ridge. But yeah, like we'll do an original on it, but you'll see me like I'm sitting there just like kicking my own ass. I'm just like, man, I know better than this.
Yeah,
I know better than this.
Yeah.
Like I've hunted long enough to know better than to get sloppy. And I think that's the word I used when we filmed it. I was like, man, I got sloppy. I got so sloppy.
That's a good way to explain how I got too.
I was just taking steps. Wasn't glassing like I should be. Wasn't really like focused on where he might be. I wasn't really looking at the vegetation and being like, he should be there. I wasn't taking it serious. I got lackadaisical.
Yeah, I got sloppy on my execution of the shot. Like I didn't, the way he was standing, the way the wind was going, nothing. Like after the shot, I was blank. I'm like, I have no idea. No idea. Shot felt good, but I have no idea. That's not a good feeling, especially when you start blood tracking a stone sheep and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, your best arrows, your best shots are always the one where you see it the entire way.
Yep.
Yeah, the buck I ended up shooting, I did shoot that way, saw the arrow the whole way, saw the impact, and like before the deer even goes down, like I turned around and, to Luke, our camera guy, and I was like, he's down.
Yeah.
I knew he was down.
Yeah.
Those are the best when you see him the entire way.
And you just fully execute, so you know everything was right.
I'd be interested to know, because I've shot animals, you as well. I've shot animals where the pen sat, shot broke, I saw the whole thing, and then I've also killed animals where it was more hectic, like you're saying. I didn't feel as prepped, but I still killed the animal. I almost feel like it bastardizes it a little bit, the experience. Like the ones that I've killed, but I haven't felt like I've made the best execution. I almost feel like it cheapens it a little bit. I don't feel the same about that as I do about the ones where I make a perfect shot.
I'm not disagreeing with you to agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it happened on a stone sheep.
Isn't that weird?
I still feel a little bit, I shouldn't say empty, but like a little bit.
A little cheapened.
Yeah. Like I didn't have that moment where shot breaks. I see it just pump them, spilling blood out both sides. And I just turn around and can lay there on the mountain, like soaking in what I just did.
Yeah.
It immediately turned to chaos, running, blood trailing, looking off because I didn't know where I hit him. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what was going on. So we're running to look off of shelves and this way and that way. So lost that entire moment of like laying there and going, holy shit, I just did it.
It's a little less satisfying than it should be or could be, which is a weird.
It's
weird, even though the outcome is
same.
exactly the same.
Yeah, a dead animal's a dead animal at the end of the day. But yeah, it does cheapen.
But
it,
it wasn't the
I would
picture.
agree.
It wasn't the picture in my head of well, if I do this and I just can lay there on the mountain and throw my hands up in the air and just like
that's weird, huh?
Lay in it for a while. I had none of that.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have that.
Definitely.
Yeah,
do.
everybody's had that. I think everybody could probably.
Like I always say, I always strive for a one-shot kill. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes, trees get in the freaking way and you hit a branch or whatever, and then you end up killing it afterwards. And you think about all those little things that happened beforehand. Still dead animal. At the end of the day, accomplished what you were there for.
Yeah.
But you don't get that, like I said, that rush right away of like you did perfectly.
Yeah.
Like
you're
perfect.
elk. Like you're real on Instagram right now. Like I didn't have that moment.
Yeah, I had that in that moment.
That was awesome.
I was like, "Yep,
Were your best shot of my life.
gone."
And you just
he's
feel
dead.
so
Saw
good.
the arrow, the whole thing. I'm like, he's dead.
Mine was pure chaos. Running up a mountain and along ridges. Like running.
Yeah, it is weird, and you do get some of both.
Yeah.
I think if you've hunted long enough, you've probably had that one or the other. Yeah,
Can I do one more quick lesson?
of course.
So while we're sitting here,
You really have one in the first place. I gave you
no,
that.
I had two.
I made that one up for you.
I did have two.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just sitting here right now, and I'm going to throw you under the bus. I learned today that Lorenzo's a basic white girl.
That's a lesson you learned.
He has a venti pumpkin spice latte sitting in front of him. I'm just staring. I was like, PSL. I saw PSL. And
I thought pumpkin spice was out, isn't it? I thought it was supposed to be peppermint mocha or something at this point.
I don't like peppermint. I
Yeah, I
can't
don't
stand
either.
peppermint.
I don't like
I
pumpkin.
haven't had one of those in like 3 or 4 years because Porter used to always make fun of me about them.
I have an excuse.
What's that?
My wife can drink coffee again. And so like we get
So why don't you just drink cowboy coffee? Like just
I do,
black
but
like
like
my soul.
because this one tastes better.
and you're not married. Well, maybe you soon will be with baby girl that you're talking to. But I'm
got
sure
hunts
you
still,
know
guys.
too. Like if your wife wants something and there's, calories involved or whatever, it's not, they feel better about it when you do it with them.
Sure.
It's like my wife hasn't been able to drink this in 9 months, and like now we get a little coffee. in the
I'm just
morning.
gonna say it tastes better. I mean, so why not?
It's good. It's good. But
Really?
like this is it's a team sport with my wife. Like, hey, we get to enjoy some stuff again.
okay.
Okay.
That's a good lesson.
But
I
yeah, it
guess.
is a PSL.
Good lesson. I didn't know that, so I learned it now.
For everyone out there, I can be a basic white girl at some points.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that's my tangent. Sorry.
Got it. What do you? Let's move on to like meaningful moments. Can you? So I feel like in every hunt, well, not every hunt, but a lot of hunts, you'll have like some moment
Yeah.
it's like a little bit more meaningful, like a little bit more captivating to you. It seems like there's like specific things that you hold on to that you remember forever.
Yep.
Do you have any of those?
I have a lot.
Okay.
Like that. This was the hardest one for me to narrow down
Okay.
because I did go on a lot of hunts. So there were a lot of just absolute baller memories. The first one I can think of. The moment I shot my oryx, turned around, gave my dad a hug.
That's a good one.
That's awesome.
That was sweet. Because like my dad just wanted to be, I invited him on the hunt because I was like, well, he's never been in Mexico. He's never been in Mexico in his life. First time to Mexico. All he wanted to experience when he was there too. Obviously wants to have a good time with me, but he's like, I've never seen it rain in the desert. I want to see it rain in the desert, see what happens. It downpoured in the desert. He didn't just get a little drizzle of rain.
He got the real monsoon.
He got the real monsoon. Everything's flooded. You can't drive anywhere. We're getting our truck stuck in the desert. So he got like that experience. He got it being super hot. He got challenging stocks. He saw some cool animals he's never seen before. As well. Well, yeah, he's hunted Africa, so he saw, gemsbuck, but here they are. We call them oryx. So, and then sharing that moment, going on that stock, laying in 104-degree temperatures on the rocks. My dad's back there. He was telling the guys like, oh, like I can hear him a little bit like, Brady, make sure your bubble's level. Make sure you're doing this, like coaching me. And it's like, I love that he still does that, even though it's
Dads
like,
never
that's
lose
natural
it.
for me to do. And he's like sitting behind me, just like walking me through, oh yeah, take the shot whenever you feel comfortable, put him right in the shoulder, high shoulder, drop him. Like coaching me through it, take the shot, turn around, give him a giant bear hug, coolest thing ever.
That's cool.
Like that moment was special.
That's awesome.
I will say too, a monsoon in the desert is one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
I love a monsoon in the desert. It's awesome.
And at the same time, I saw my first tortoise. I've never seen a tortoise before. I've lived in the desert for 10 years. Never seen a tortoise. Finally saw a
I
desert
can't tell
tortoise.
if you're saying tourist or a tortoise.
Tortoise. Turtle.
I'm like your first tourist.
Turtle.
A turtle. You've really never seen a turtle in 10 years?
No. Like a desert tortoise. No.
Wow.
They're pretty cool.
They're pretty cool. I stopped and took a bunch of pictures of it.
Bizarre that an animal like that's just living out in the desert.
You're just
Yeah.
walking around.
Got a
yeah.
shell. Like what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scott's got one. You can go see it.
Yeah.
He's got a big one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
So that was a really just special moment, It's something that just like instantly sticks out.
I listened to a podcast. This is kind of a tangent, but it goes along with it. It'll link. You'll see. But I listened to a podcast the other day about like perception of time and how there's this like perception that as you get older, time goes quicker, right?
Yeah.
And there's all these different theories as to why, but kind of one of the leading ideas is that when you're young, you're doing more things that are new and novel to you. So like time drag, it goes slower. Your perception is because you're doing things that are new, novel, you're learning, you're growing, you're kind of doing these new things. And as you get older, you get like more set into routine, right? So this podcast I listened to, this girl decided what she was going to do was she was going to do for a week. She was going to sleep in a different bed every night that she never slept in. She was going to do something every day that was new and novel. And then like kind of a study or just a research study, I guess, in how her perception of time over that week differed. And that it seems to be that that's the case. Like new novel things, like those memories that you make are what stretches time for you. And it kind of helps you like live a more, if you will, like quote unquote full, more fulfilling life, like new novel things.
Makes total sense.
So that's what I was thinking about. As you're saying, your dad, like seeing the rainstorm in a desert, just, like never seen it. He'll probably never forget that just because it's like this new novel thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got to do it together, which is like the most meaningful thing to me.
That's cool. What else you got? I want to hear another one because that was great.
What else do I got? Okay. Next most memorable moment. Again, hard to narrow them down because I have, like, I was thinking about the moment I walked into my moose. That was really special. Like I literally broke down and lost it after I was messaging my dad on my sat messenger. But that's still like, that's special again, but it's very similar to the other one. So the one that really sticks out that like I tell a lot of people, I even told the girl on my date the other night about this story.
Getting serious.
Save some, will ya?
So it's like after I, the day I killed my moose, that the evening before, that was our last bit of food. Mm-hmm. And then we realized like, we're going to stay out here till we kill. Like we're going to figure a way to kill this bull and knowing we don't have any food because we're spiking out from our wall tent. Like we were 4.5, 5 miles away from our wall tent, like crazy far for a moose. And then the day I killed, we didn't have any food, cutting up that moose, just exhausted, no food, all these little white socks are just destroying your body, biting you and stuff like that when you're cutting up the moose. And then like literally for 2 days, just living off of moose heart and rendered moose fat. Like I think about that all the time. That was one of the most enjoyable moments, even though it sucked constantly. Cause like, of course it started raining the next day while we're packing moose meat and all that stuff, but like literally not having any food. And the only food we had was heart. Obviously we had a bunch of backstraps and tenderloins and as much meat as we want, but eating the heart, rendering down that fat and how good that fat tastes. It tasted better than any fat I've ever had in my life.
So it was the taste that you remember.
The taste.
Gotcha.
I could like, if I could go back there right now and like we carved off, I don't know how many pounds it was, like a giant chunk of fat. And we were just like slicing that thing, throwing in little jet boils, rendering it down a little bit and just eating it like it was Skittles. Just popping it like it's Skittles.
That's awesome.
Like I was eating more fat than I was eating heart. And I love heart. I think heart's one of the best meats out there. Best cuts of meat. And just like that moment of like in the morning, what do we have for breakfast, Brian? Oh yeah, we're gonna have moose heart and fat.
Yeah.
Middle of the day, have little baggies, fat and heart. At night, we had the same thing. So there's nothing else besides for berries. For 2.5 days, we ate that way.
Yeah.
And just
It's awesome.
like
It's awesome.
continue to push through on things, but just like that, like right when we started cooking it up, I can still like smell it, I can taste it, I crave it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was cool to me. Like that's the side of hunting that like I hope everyone gets to experience. Not just like rolling around, you kill, throw in the back of your quad, and you drive out, and then you're home the next day. Like
Yeah. It's
the stuff that like is tangible memories, like going out, experience. Like I said, that's why I love the suck. Like I really do. I love these little moments that I can look back on. Like, dude, it was miserable at the time, but it was so fun. We're in our tent. It was raining. It was downpouring. We had every piece of gear hung up, trying to dry it in that teepee because everything was soaked from our boots, everything. But just like that was living. Like
Yeah.
that is how life I think should be
and it only
lived.
comes on the back end of like the hard, right? The
Yeah.
hardship, right? The suck. And then it's just that much sweeter. It makes it that much more memorable.
Yeah, it was so amazing. Like I could just go back there right now. I would.
It is those moments, honestly, though, that are sometimes a lot more memorable than like the hunt itself. Like I was just listening to Cam on Joe Rogan. Did you guys listen to that one?
I
He's
haven't
talking
yet.
about he took a ultra marathon runner, this girl that he'd been training with. She did the lift run shoot with him. Well, then he took her on her first blacktail hunt, and they started talking about like making the memories and everything. His moment that he, like the part of the story that you could tell he was like more emotional about was the next morning in an old log cabin with a wood burning stove, cooking up the
did
animal
listen
that
to
they
it.
just killed. It's like a lot of the times that is actually the meat of the, not, no pun intended, but like the meat of the memory is in that moment almost more so than the stalk and kill itself. When they're eating the buck the next day, next morning, he's talking about old country crackling on the radio, some old log cabin. That is what's awesome in hunting. Those moments afterwards.
Yeah. It is funny. The moments that capture for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They stick with you.
Yeah. Good ones.
It was fun.
What do you got, Lorenzo?
I've known this about myself now for a while, but just like more ingrained in my head, I really enjoy taking new people hunting. So taking Omar on that elk hunt this year, and I specifically and especially like taking people who feel about hunting the same way I do. And I'm not good with words. I don't know how to make it like as deep as I feel it, but hunting is, like Brady always says, it's everything to him. It's outside of my family, it's everything to me too, right? It's all the memories, everything I want to do and care about and feel, like all my feelings. I never feel closer to God than I do when I'm hunting, all of those things. But then you throw in somebody like Omar, who also feels the exact same way I do when he's out hunting. And then to watch him in his first archery hunt with elk, like there was not a single shred of me that was like, man, I wish I had a tag right now too. Like not a shred of me. And just watching him and taking somebody like him who feels the same way I do about hunting and feels the moment the same way I do, man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely enjoy taking people like that hunting. And I call it getting older, gray hair, gray in my beard. I don't know what you want to call it, but like that is awesome to me.
Yeah.
I'm getting more and more fond of it.
Yeah. In the video of that where he shoots the bull and it kind of turns and walks back, and then you see it kind of starting to teeter-totter and flips over backwards.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And then like cutting that bull up on the mountain with him, like just that whole moment. And
Yeah.
man, it was awesome. So like that is something that'll stick with me is because Omar, he genuinely feels it the same way I do.
Mm-hmm.
And you can honestly, it's like a feeling between each other too. You don't even need to talk about it. You don't need to say how much you love it. Like I can feel it through him that we're both in this and feeling it the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're not disconnected from what's going on, like in the slightest bit. It was awesome.
Yeah. It always means more to you too. Like if it means that much to them, you know, and you
100%.
You could tell Omar's hungry. He's hungry for that experience. And
Yeah, he's passionate.
passionate for sure. Yeah. And genuinely passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are both good.
And hunting hits him the same way it hits us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to find. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like we're sometimes I feel like the most degenerate drug addict on planet Earth, and like
You feel like you're doing it for the same reasons.
yeah, and it's kind of hard to relate to some people about what it is, like how you feel it. So when you do find somebody that is the same, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, mine. I would say I got two. One being that buck I killed in Utah, and it's just like one moment. I made the loop around the backside of him and worked out through these ledges, and I got to a point where I could see this big dead Doug fir, which I knew when I left anyway, like an hour and a half earlier, that he was bedded underneath. When you get there, you're hoping, that he's going to be there, right? Like everything is riding on that and you're excited. And I worked out to the edge of this little lip, this little ledge. It was maybe 3 or 4 feet wide. And I got kind of out to the edge of it. And I remember just like peeking over and just like seeing his right side. And just like, that'll be forever framed in my memory. Like his right side, he's bedded head away from me. He's got his butt kind of facing towards me. He's kind of wrapped around the backside of this Doug fir and he's just laying there. And like, just like the relief that he was there, but then also just like this intense adrenaline rush, just like pumping, Did
you get the tingle in your plums?
Oh man, in the cherries for sure.
Oh yeah. That's when you know you're
Yeah, but I'll remember his right side because I could just see that right side, and you're just like, he's there. Here's this buck that you wanted so bad, and he is. He's right there, and like, it's gonna happen.
This is when I wish I could like draw. To like be able to recreate that scene, and like draw it on a piece of paper, like exactly how you saw that buck, and then like frame it and look at it, be like, that's that moment.
Yeah.
Like in your head, it always will be. But
I kind of like that. I kind of like it that's just mine.
Just yours?
Yeah, just mine. Nobody else will ever see that the way I saw it when I peeked up and over. And
What I struggle with, I wish
I'm selfish.
What I struggle with is I wish I was better with words to like better explain those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I could never, when I'm not good enough with words to ever explain what those things are to me.
Yeah.
Like the way I explain it is the tingle in your plums. Like that's the only way I know how to explain it.
Yeah.
The belly drop and the tingle in your plums. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
But you try to tell my wife that, and she's like, "What?"
Yeah, I think it's just the sheer fact that when we talk about it, I think we all relate. We know, and like anybody listening to this, I'm sure that they've got a moment that they're going to go to in their head, and I think that they do know, even though we can't justly explain it.
Yeah. So that split moment
in our
like,
caveman.
Yeah.
Gives a reason to everything you do.
Yeah, it's just that split moment, and like I said, I'll never forget just the side of him, the way he was bedded, his right antler just kind of framed, and just being just so jacked. But that was one, and then the other, my brother Todd, my oldest brother, he hadn't hunted in like 14 years, drew a deer tag in Utah, and it was just random. It was a Saturday, opening day. I was like, hey, I got a day. I'll throw my youngest kid. He's super hyped on hunting right now and getting outside, so. Threw him in the truck. We went up and just helped him out and glassed up a buck, 3-point buck, and kind of put him into a canyon that I thought we could relocate him. We made a loop on him, and that evening ended up glassing him up. And my brother dropped down into the drainage to try to cut the distance and get a shot. But I remember just like sitting there with my kid on my lap. He's 11. I had a pair of binoculars on a tripod that he could watch, and then I had the SIG binos, which are the image stabilizers. So I was just like resting him on his head, and he's just sitting on my lap, looking, at the whole thing kind of unfold through his binoculars on the tripod, and I'm sitting there watching him and just like chatting, just talking with him, and just chit chatting and like listening to him like work through the whole process, what I would do, and like, is he going to get a shot? Is he not going to shot? But just like the whole excitement. He didn't end up shooting him that night. He killed the buck the next morning, and then we went up and, helped him take care of it and, helped him get it out. But it was just really fun. I got to see my nephew I hadn't seen in a number of years, and his kid, and it was fun to kind of connect with them and just have a good day in the field with the family. So
Yeah.
I'll remember that. But I'll remember sitting on that rock with my kid on my lap and
That's awesome.
just watching the whole thing unfold and just feeling him being excited.
So we're a
That's
lot
awesome.
the same. Like I always talk about like family hunts or everything.
Mhm.
It's like there is something special about going with family, seeing people and seeing their excitement. Like I said, even like, Omar's family,
Yeah.
GOHUNT family.
Yeah, he's
So like
GOHUNT
you're
family.
literally living through him
Yeah.
at everything, all his excitement. You're trying to help him. You're probably more nervous than he is when he's like drawing his bow
Oh, yeah.
back. Like what's going to happen? And like
Oh yeah.
having those experiences.
You want it so bad for them.
That's
Yeah.
where I get with it, is I get so jacked up because I want it for them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the same brother, I watched him shoot a 380 bull, 378 on an archery tag. It's the only archery bull tag he's ever had, and I watched him the whole thing unfold through a spotting scope. I watched him close the distance. I watched the bull drop down to this wallow. I watched him draw and shoot this bull and that whole thing, and I remember being just at wit's end. Like I could not contain myself. Like,
Did you plug your ears for the bow shot?
I didn't. I don't think I did, but I was a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
Like so nervous. But yeah, those are good memories. There's another one that I just remembered from the past. So it goes to show you create memories in the woods at last.
Long time.
They do last a long time.
Yeah, those are good. What pieces of gear? Let's talk gear.
This one's super easy.
Easy. Let's hit you
Super
first.
easy. Yeah,
then.
go
What do
first.
you
Me
got?
First,
Yeah.
Sitka ambient jacket. It's phenomenal. Like I'm a huge fan. You're the one trails.
That's
the
a
one
good
that got me on
jacket. That was actually like I was teetering with it. But
Yeah.
I was like, it's been out for a few years, but I love that jacket. Everybody I know that has one loves it.
It changed my system for the clear better. I hunted in that thing from, New Mexico. My tag was down in the desert country. I hunted from there to Canada, October 10th in that thing, and it was a massive part of the layering system for me, and it changed comfort, fit, like how often on layers are coming on and off. It changed everything for me. It was like
You can really hike around in it,
big time.
but it still keeps you warm then when you sit.
Yes.
It's like crazy how whatever they
Yes,
call it, active
and
insulation.
it's cut long too. So like, it's
Yeah,
nice.
long in the torso, long in the arms.
Yeah, and that's
it dries so damn fast.
Wish it was a little longer in the arms.
okay,
But like,
you're-
look at, my arms are.
we just wish
you're-
your arms were shorter.
You're nuts. For me, I have a wildly long torso, so I love the way it's cut. It sits comfortable. You don't have to tuck anything in. You know what I mean? It takes a little bit of like nuance out of the whole system. Which big fan of the Sitka ambient. That was huge. Can't thank you enough for that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And then number 2, SIG stabilized binos.
Yes, sir. Everyone's
tell
seeing
you-
That make everybody's
the light.
list.
And I can tell you,
That makes
I've been
Sure.
using it for 3 years.
well, I can
so.
tell you the exact moment why. The exact moment why. So shot breaks on my stone sheep. I see the arrow tumble, like it's literally tumbling before it picks back up, the point going forward and the fletchings into the wind. See hair fly, but I don't know where I hit it, right? They're kind of at the top of like the way the visual effect from us looks is they're above us, we're below them. Not a bunch, but they could definitely roll just a couple steps and be out of sight. Just literally a couple steps. They're not clearly on top in those couple steps, but they're out of sight from us on this little roll that we had them on where they were bedded. So I'm seeing pure skyline. I see from hooves to top of the head, but all skyline. So when my arrow hits, see the arrow tumble. Like I told you when I first got home, when the shot broke, it was a good break. But I rushed into the string, which I never do, or try to never do. But the moment overtook me. I was lackadaisical, all that stuff we just talked about. So I couldn't recall anything. I just know that's what I saw. 8 rams. And he's not a giant by any means, so he's not like this standout when you look at him in a band of 8 rams. And then there was another 4 rams on the hill that they all linked up with and started running. So, as the chaos goes and I don't have that moment that I do feel cheapened by of just laying there with my arms up in the air on the
Sorry to
top of
bring
the
that up.
mountain in Canada, which is everything that I was like picturing in my head that I didn't have that moment. We go straight to full-blown sprinting up, that 30 yards to get, 50 yards to get to the top, like from where they were standing. So like the 50-yard shot to the next 50 yards to get on top of the ridge to get eyesight on both sides to see what's going on. There is sheep everywhere. And I'm talking lambs and ewes, the 4 that they linked up with, the 8 rams that was in my ram's band, and sheep are going everywhere. We're huffing and puffing, no tripods, no bags, no nothing. the guy I'm with, because you have to hunt with a guide in Canada, obviously, right? So he's got Swaros, which are phenomenal pieces of glass. But when you're huffing and puffing, standing up, no tripod, no nothing, I flick on image stabilized and I start picking through the sheep, like picking through. I get to one running down the front side, the side that we killed him on, and I see blood pouring out chest. There is no chance I would have seen that. No chance in hell I would have seen that if I did not have image stabilized. I talk about it all the time. I shake just in general, even if I'm not amped up in a hunting situation, even if I'm not huffing and puffing, running up a mountain 100 yards to get to the top. And man, it was so stable and so locked on. I could individually pick through each sheep. And a ram was running quartered away down the hill to the right of me. And in between the two front legs, I saw blood pouring out. I'm like, there he is. That's him. And he's like, are you sure? Are you sure? I said, 100% that's him. It's like not even a question. So we were able to go to that ram's track, get on blood, and go. Like it was 100%. If I didn't have those in that moment, and I wasn't the one to pick up which of the, how many sheep is that? Which of the 12 rams? Because some went off the front side, some went off the back side. Lambs and ewes running everywhere. Like who knows what would have happened?
Been chasing your tail.
Yeah, who knows?
Those are good. I had the Zulus as well, Zulu 6.
Yeah.
So this hunt I went on in Nevada, I got a pair of 15 by 56 Swaros, right? And I'm thinking optically unmatched, right? I can sit behind a tripod. But what I found pretty quickly is it's a lot warmer in the truck.
Really?
Yeah, a lot warmer in the truck, and I can pretty much drive everywhere and glass. And I can glass with the truck running with the radio on with my Zulus.
Yeah.
Takes out all that truck vibration.
It takes all the vibration out. I can sit there way more comfortably in glass than I can from a set of 15s behind a tripod sitting out in the wind. So I use those a ton. So that for me, I hardly use the SLC 15s. Ouch. I know. I think they have their place, like maybe early season when you're a lot more comfortable and I can sit out on a hill and just like cover big country.
And on a tripod, like we'd be lying if we said on a tripod, those aren't the best. You know what I mean?
I would be lying.
Because you can still grid. That's the one thing I miss is being able to precisely grid up, down, from right to left, and pick out everything and box everything out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do it handheld, but it's easier
optically. You can't compare them.
No, they are clearly
the brightness,
the best.
It's the clarity of a Swaro.
However, take them off a tripod. Now what?
Yeah,
becomes just a paperweight.
It becomes a weight in your bag. If you do not have them on a tripod, it becomes weight. That's all it is.
Yeah, the stability is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so another use case of those two that I've never thought of before. So, I'm on my family hunt this year. It was me and my two younger brothers. So when I killed my buck, or, crossed over a bunch of different ridges, chasing after this buck, didn't know exactly where he was. Finally get up there, we locate the buck. I was like, yeah, that's a good buck. We saw his, split 4 and getting ready to take the shot. My brother's setting up on Digiscope, Bryce. I'm laying behind the gun. My youngest brother, Blake, when he was with me 2 years ago, he saw my SIG binos and he's like, I have to have those. So he bought him a pair. So now my binos are laying out in front of me because I just want to be able to grab it and pull them up. But he's able to literally, while the shot's going off and, shot breaks and and everyone jumps kind of, even if you're hand holding the binos up. And he's trying to watch the shot. My brother's digiscoping so he can see through the spotter.
Like an air horn just went off.
Like an air horn just went off.
Like a train horn.
Drop-off zone.
Great way to put it, yes.
4-year-old elementary school.
Because he kind of knows when it's going to go off, but he might not know when it's going to go off, like that mother and child who's now deaf.
Yeah.
Who have heart palpitations for the rest of the day.
Should have had a suppressor.
Should have had a suppressor.
A train horn just...
I was so into the moment of this podcast, and now I'm right back to the embarrassment hitting my stomach.
That's a great thing about podcasting.
God dang it!
But then while my shot's about to break, my brother's on the SIGs stabilized, so he's able to watch it. He's like, oh yeah, crushed it. Like he could see it clean as day because it's like he's mounted on a tripod, and it's like he's maybe even behind a spotter because he's got good magnification and just see all those details right there. And like I'm looking through the scope, I'm like, oh yeah, I crushed it. Reassuring. Bro's on Digiscope, so it's like watching someone take a kill shot with binos. You can do it now really easy, not have that little jump or movement, and then he's able to track it if it does go down the mountain. Like, oh yeah, I can follow it for you.
Yeah.
But my buck went 20 yards and went down the canyon.
Didn't go 20.
So I had those on my list too. Yeah. So I mean, that's a good.
Man,
so what would be your other one then?
Yeah, I have a couple more. I made a couple more.
Supposed to be 2.
I know, but I got greedy. I'll just mention them real quick.
Well, I got one more as well.
Hope
Do
you
you
don't
have one more?
Hope you don't
Yeah,
steal
well,
one
Let's
of
hear
mine.
one. Let's hear
Don't
yours.
steal
I
one of
can't
mine.
say exactly what it is,
Just-
but the new MR pack
Oh,
that's
gotcha.
coming out.
Yeah, that was
Like, absolute.
I would second that.
I have not been that excited over a piece of different gear. Like we talked about it with Jared on the podcast. A lot of the times when gear comes out, it's better but comparable. It's better, but you don't like. There's not this huge leap in gain and function and all that stuff. This is one of those things where it is different. It's like in the best way different.
Yeah, good, different,
Yes.
super comfortable.
And,
Yes.
and we could say you also
Yeah, I used it
trail.
too. Yeah, I used it. It's very comfortable, and I guess I could say they took feedback from a lot of people and made some changes, and I would say that the changes were definitely in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I really like the pack too. And I mean, this is kind of I don't know. I feel like I want to say it's stupid, but aesthetically, the thing looks awesome.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah,
Look good, feel good, play good.
it looks good. So I'll second that one.
Yeah.
Good one. You and I, same list. I like it. No,
That was on your list
no,
too?
it wasn't on my list, but I will second it. I as I was driving down today, I was thinking about it and I was running through.
Yeah.
And it was on the list.
It's
but
one of those
I didn't
things-
want to get too greedy.
It's one of the, every time I use it, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
this is good. This
Yep.
is good.
I guess just briefly, I'll run through mine. So the Sitka Intercept pant, I love the pant. It just fits good. I feel like for me, I guess the thing I like about it more than anything is just the weight. Like the weight of that pant, I can hunt early season and it's not too hot. I can open those side vents. I can hunt late season and it's warm enough. I just really like that pant. So the Sitka Intercept pant, I really dig it. A couple others, the UV slider sight, I like a lot. So the Ultra View slider sight, I've always been a 5-pin guy. I hunted elk, so I got that Matthews lift. I didn't want to pull my sight off my other bow and completely deconstruct it and sight it in. So I just put a old True Ball, so an Excel 5-pin, which works fine. But then going back to the UV slider, the sight is so smooth. And then, I've got a 2-pin housing in it now, and I'm kicking around the idea of maybe just hunting with a 2-pin. And I always said 5-pin for elk, so we'll see how it goes. But it's bright, it's clear, it works awesome, super quiet. Everything I like about a sight, and I will say this about some of the other sights that I've used, they've got, some of them have a little bit of rattle in them. Some of them, usually they've got some sort of like tick
Play
about them.
somewhere,
Some of them play in it that I just don't love.
Yeah.
That sight's tight. Like everything feels tight. Tolerances are just there for me. So I love that sight. And then lastly, this is kind of an old one, and I've had this tent forever, but that Hilleberg Enon, I found that for whatever reason this year, maybe I'm getting soft. I found myself using, a tent, and it's so easy. It's got one hoop, a couple stakes on each end, maybe a couple stakes on either side to kind of hold the vestibules out, but super easy to set up. It's warm, super durable. I could see me potentially like moving towards that even for like backpack elk hunts where I'm transient and I'm moving all the time, because it is really easy to set up and you do have awesome protection. So I found myself using that way more this year than I ever have in previous years, even though I've probably had it for 5 years, 7 years, I guess at this point. So Hilleberg Enon would be my other one.
Nice. That UV slider. I'm not cool enough to be in the cool kids club with Matthews to get shit early like you do. So I got my lift in normal time. But that
You got it earlier than most.
I got it the day it came out.
It's pretty early.
It was in bow shops, but I just got it. It was delivered here the day it came. I'm not cool enough. We'll just say that. Not cool enough like trail. But I put that UV slider on it, and I'm a horizontal pin. I can't do vertical pins. I've tried in the past, and optically I do not like the
That's
way the
clutter,
middle
man.
pin. The way the middle pin sits on a vertical.
I will say I have to get used to it. That's
I do
something
not
that
like it.
I've had to like get used to, because
Yeah.
I'm the same as you. I actually kind of liked the clutter. It's getting hard. It took me a while.
I actually think there's less clutter on the horizontal, because on that vertical, for me, that middle pin sits in that column, and you lose vision of what's above and below that. Like there's that line
Up
you
and
know what I
down.
mean? I just visually I do not like it. So, but anyways, I have the UV the slider with the 3-pin on the side. I mean, granted, I've only been shooting 20 yards, just getting dialed on arrow setups and tinkering with the bow and where I want it to be before I go out and shoot long distance. But man, that sight I'm actually mad that I didn't get it before. Like I didn't put it on my Halon. I'm kind of mad about it.
It's a nice site.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, it's clean, and like I said, tolerances are tight. You and I have talked. You're kicking around the idea because it's got two sight tapes, 2 options for 2 different sight tapes. You have the internal one, and you have a one on the outside.
Yep.
You're talking about potentially setting that up for 2 different arrows.
Yeah.
So
I'm tinkering. I'm either going to set it up for, so I have a 485 grain arrow that I'm sending at like 302, 303 FPS. And then I have a 505 grain arrow that I'm shooting at like 296 plus, 296, 297. And I'm tinkering with 2 sight tapes of those 2 arrows, or there's that bonus pin on the very bottom. I'm thinking about running that bonus pin sight tape on the right, just running the 505 grain arrow all the way through and doing my 3-pin housing on the left side of the column.
Yep.
And then just doing that bonus pin.
Is your
tape
outside tape?
Is that the official term for that pin, the bonus pin? Because if it's not, it should be.
No, it is.
Oh,
It's
it is?
literally in their
They call it a floater. I don't know.
in their instruction manual.
Oh, really?
It's the bonus pin. Yeah, it's great. I'm like, that's awesome.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a bonus.
Yeah. You kick you a free pin on
That's
the bottom. On the
It's
bubble
just a
level.
little. It's not in the sight at all. Like you have to really pick it out. It just sits right on top of the bubble,
Yeah.
so it doesn't add to clutter. It literally is just a bonus pin. It's like you really have to look for it to shoot it. It doesn't get in the way of anything.
You got more than 2?
It was.
We'll give you this one. We'll give you 3 because you wanted 3. So
I wanted a lot more on the memory side, like
Oh,
most
you did?
memorable. Yeah, that was the one I could go off the deep end because I want to talk about our.
How about this? We'll give you one.
yeah,
of
one
gear,
one gear and
and then
one
2 of
more
memories.
Yeah.
Oh, I was briefly the Audad trip we did. That was pretty fun. We had a good group of homies.
It was fun.
Shooting both shot an Audad. You shot one with your bow. You shot one with my rifle, which I was jacked that you shot an animal with a rifle. By the way, people don't probably know that. You shot one with my rifle. I'm super proud of you.
Do you want to tell them about that? I'll tell them. We get into here we are. We got an Audad. It's right before dark. It's last day.
I just got done killing mine.
Yeah, Brady kills his. 20 minutes later, we've got another big ram. He's 320 yards.
Yeah.
And last night, I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's shoot this Audad. I'll shoot it with a rifle. We get over there. Brady's got his gun.
It was a good stock too. We had
made a
a
good
stock
stock.
along.
Yeah, we get over there, and Brady's like, all right, get in the gun, get set up, maybe dry fire one. And I was like, I'm good. I'm golden. And Brady's like,
I'm good.
I trust me. You should dry fire, bud. It's the light trigger.
Brady's like, I don't know. Just try one. So I humored him. I gave it a dry fire. And
You were
then,
just humoring me.
yeah.
You
'cause-
probably like you smashed it. Did you press it?
no, man.
Out from outside the housing.
you
You
tell
did an
you-
Omar shot.
Yeah.
You tell me, second shot, did I smash the trigger? No. I mean, what do the results say? Smashed a
Let's
ram.
check the tape.
Check the tape. Yeah, no, I smashed it, and it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Was it fun?
Yeah,
I just remember having Trail sit down and I was like ranging. I'm trying to set up a camera because we're trying to self film it, and adjust the dials for him like I would do to like anyone
Like
else.
a
But
kid.
Like a kid. I didn't want to say it, but like
Okay,
a
I'll say
kid.
it.
Adjust all the
I'll
dials.
fill in the gaps.
And since I shot my ram earlier, and it was very similar wind, so now I had the perfect wind call. So I was able to dial it what the correct wind call should have been for mine. It was very similar conditions. Got the wind dialed too, and then Trail goes to take a shot, and I'm just looking, and I was like, "You crunched it." Trail could not have put that bullet.
Walked up and pushed it in.
Walked up, pushed it in perfect. And I was like, I'm pumped for him.
That's how I
Doesn't
do.
shoot a rifle very often.
That's the Trail I know. Coming off of missing a bull elk twice with a bow.
I couldn't have done it with my own gun, but
Yeah, I was glad he shot my gun and got to take a ram off it. So yeah, that was my other memorable moment.
I definitely remember a memorable night
Yeah, I do too.
on that hunt.
Yeah,
Very windy. A lot of fire.
A lot of fire.
let's put it that.
We'll say that.
And then you
Got away from me a little bit, huh?
Allegedly.
you saw a mountain lion and
Yeah.
elected to pass it over to me, and I shot a mountain lion with Trail.
That's
That
awesome.
was pretty cool.
That was really cool.
That was fun.
That was a good one.
And we ate mountain lion. It was phenomenal.
Yeah,
I remember how good that was.
Did you eat it?
I did eat
over
some.
the campfire?
Do you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It honestly tastes exactly like pork.
I was pretty reluctant to eat some, but then I ate it, and then I was like, okay, I'll eat some more. And it was pretty tasty actually.
Nice.
Yeah, we had some seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
No lie.
Okay, gear.
Okay, gear. Let's have it.
I knew you were going to do this to me. I just knew it. I was like, okay, we're talking to Lorenzo
What'd you do
first.
to him?
Yeah, we did Lorenzo's gear first, and then Trail started talking about gear. And I was like, don't do it, Trail. Don't do it.
He talked about everything you were going to
Yeah,
talk
he
about.
talked about my product.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
The Sika Intercept pant.
Okay.
So, like, I lived in those pants literally 15 days straight in Alaska. Every single day, slept in them, hiked in them, wore them all the time.
And that's some gnarly Alaska country too.
Yeah, because I've always wanted. I told everyone at Sitka, Barclay, all the guys, like, make a hip vent on the side of a pant, please, 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 and don't put mesh in it. Just make a vent. Just vent that sucker out. Love those vents.
Mm-hmm.
And like the knee pads.
Yep.
The upgraded knee pads even. My gosh.
Really?
Those are nice.
So like I'm a huge mountain pant guy. And I'm also really hoping, I have no intel on this, hoping they can put them in some other line. Like if they put vents, hip vents on the Timberline, the mountain pant, whoo buddy, now we're talking. So hopefully they do that. But I hope that the knee pads also maybe merge into those other ones because knee pads are great. Like they just fit really nice. Like I'm not the person who ever notices the knee pads, but I know a lot of people say like, oh,
Yeah.
on the pants and the other knee pads are kind of bulky and you kind of feel them in your pant. Those knee pads are phenomenal. And like quiet doesn't matter to me, but I definitely notice like you walking through brush, it's not loud. They're quiet pant. They're really durable too, which I was blown away with going through all that brush up there.
Yeah, that Alaska stuff is gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I owe it to you, Brady, on the SIGs, and I owe it to Trail on the Sitka Ambient.
I think
So
this
now,
is
if you guys are both signing off
that's
on
what
these,
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I might have to owe it to both of you to now find some new
Well,
pants.
what was it, the Apex pant? That was your favorite pant of all time?
Yeah, I
This
love
is
the
basically like-
this is a replacement of the Apex
Yeah.
pant. Yep. So I think it's a good thing that you're kind of like saying it's a negative that we pick the same things, but if you look down the line, I
Yeah.
mean, if like I don't know, 3 of us pick 2 pieces of gear and we talk about it like these are our favorites from the year, and many of them are similar.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're that good.
I feel pretty good about
Yeah,
the
and-
recommendation.
Yeah.
And my gear kit is pretty well dialed. Like I actually looked at my Excel sheet last night. I was like running through everything because every single hunt I have a gear list for, like all written out exactly to the T. And I was like, a lot of this gear I've been running for a long time. Like a few pieces every now and then we'll sneak in there. I'll test it a little bit. And then this one continued through. Like I wore those Intercept pants on multiple other hunts throughout the year. And I love my mountain pants. Like they're my favorite. But like going on a spring bear hunt
Date
coming up.
night pants.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah, maybe.
Second date.
Gosh, maybe.
She could have some access from the hip vent, you know? What I mean?
What?
There's no mesh. There's no mesh. I'm just saying.
Oh, gosh.
Just saying. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah. So like I'm already thinking like that's going to probably be my spring bear pant.
Gotcha.
Like I'm planning a spring bear hunt. I want
Ooh,
to do that.
with the ticks and no mesh.
Dude, you're just in the ticks. You just got to embrace it.
I'm not doing it because of
you
that.
use all the sprays you can imagine to get rid of ticks, all that stuff. Like you just got to embrace the ticks when you're out there and just try to pick them off.
No, man.
And then when you get back, have a friend who has hookups to get some meds. Shout out Whitey.
Yeah.
So and then other piece of gear, Tricer BC.
Oh, I had that one too.
That's a good one.
We did?
Yeah.
Gosh, I love you, Trail.
Yeah, I had that one as well. Yeah,
And the LP,
tripod
and the
head.
LP pan head. So I
Yep.
used multiple pieces of those in different hunts. Like I think on my spring bear hunt this last year, I used just the pan head. I didn't have the legs yet. I went on that moose hunt. I just used those BC legs with the LP pan head because I actually borrowed Porter's 65 Objective Swaro so I can put my ATX on it because I'm going to go a little bit lighter because you're backpacking around a lot. But I really loved that setup. I love how the thicker legs on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It does take a little bit to get used to which legs to
Yep.
open up right away, and it's like
It's backwards.
the way
almost.
the twists are kind of backwards too. But like that setup works really well. It's so crazy light, and I put like I mounted some binos on there. I do have some 15s. I was testing out, so I put some 15s on there. But it works really good for spotters. I can't put my 115 on there, which is
It works good. It doesn't work great.
yeah,
I
you can
I'm
I can get it
yeah.
done with a big spotter, but I think it's more made for like 85 and under, probably just 65s. Like
Yeah.
65s, it really
I would
shines.
say under 85.
Yeah.
I used it on my stone sheep hunt in that exact same setup, BC with the LP pan head, and I will second that. It's
Yeah.
a solid piece for like small
I'm a
lightweight
bigger
gear.
fan of the legs than I am the head. I feel like the head's got some room for improvement, in my opinion.
A little
It's
more
just-
bite to
yeah,
it.
just more
Yeah.
bite to it, especially on the horizontal,
Yeah.
the pan.
Yeah. And I haven't gone to that style in a while where the handle operates the up and down and the left and right. So it took me a little bit to get used to. But like using it to digiscope, using it to glass animals, You know, like I even took that tripod with the head and I was glassing in a lake. Like I literally was in a body of water, sitting there glassing with like a little bit of waves coming in, and I was still able to glass with these moves. Like it was pretty cool. Like
It's interesting.
standing there in my waders
You were in a lake.
in a lake, like
In a
glassing
boat
those.
on a lake.
No, it's on the lake. I mean, we
Gotcha.
had pack rafts, but like we actually got to shore, and then I was like, like there's just brush everywhere.
Yeah.
So like the easiest spot to glass is literally in the water. So I was like, I don't think
Interesting
I've
setup.
ever had a tripod in the water before glassing, and I was like, it's kind of cool.
I have a taller one, and it is super tall. Like even for me, I can stand glass if I want to.
Yeah, it just like
Sorry, Cody Nelson.
sorry, Cody Nelson.
Sometimes you have to, though.
Sometimes I stand in glass.
Well,
I
like
can't wait for Cody or Jay Scott to make a meme out of you right now. for
legs
standing
fall,
in
That's
glassing.
right.
legs fall asleep, butt starts itching. Like you just sometimes you gotta stand, shake it out a little bit.
That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, that lightweight, how compact it is, like it's a great piece of gear.
Good
And
one.
you said I can have 3, but I also did that little tangent. So
You took another memory, so
I took another
you
memory.
traded it.
Yep. I've used this one before, but I recently got the upgraded version of the Graxaw backcountry boot dryer.
Yeah.
If you don't have one of those,
Really?
you're missing out. It's like obviously moose hunting, you can get
Yeah.
wet. So you need to dry your boots off. All right, you have nothing to plug in. Like this thing just has the little 2 fans. It's not like blowing hot air, but the fans go right in your boot, plugged into your little charge brick, you know, and you got airflow. All right. Well, what's the best part about, teepee setup is the Peaks teepee. On top, that has a little basket area, and the trekking poles go across. We're able to take our boots, put our boots up there, get that stove rocking
Ripping.
hot.
Yeah.
Close the vent on the outside of my shelter so none of that heat's escaping. So we're trying to just lock it up in there. And then those fans are grabbing that hot air and shoving them right in my boots. So every morning I wake up with completely dry boots. And then during the day, hopefully I have enough sun. We really didn't have a lot of sun. But I'm like hiking around with the solar panel on my back, trying to charge that brick up again.
Yeah.
And using those every single day. Like I've used them before off and on. I was like, yeah, it's a good piece of gear. But sometimes my feet aren't totally wet. And it's like spring bear hunt. It's essential because Omar and I got our boots soaked constantly. Going to this other hunt, like I just feel like that's something that's going to go into my kit a little bit more, and will probably end up going into my kit on some of these extreme late season cold weather hunts when I have that TP again, because I can dry my boot off. I don't have to have frozen boots in the morning where the outside leather, like it doesn't like quite get the leather dry because it's only going inside, but it feels like it's just getting the inside of the boot dry and then slightly making the outside of the boot dry as well. So you're not having frozen laces and all that crap too. But I think it's a great piece of gear, super lightweight too. And now the new improved version is so I can't stick my finger and get stuck in the fan. Because before it was kind of open on top. One didn't have some little guards, so it was a little bit lighter, I believe. But you could like have it running, and if you reach in and grab your boot while it's running, you're like and get your finger in the fan.
Little slice.
Yeah.
I thought you were just doing it for fun, like a
Oh yeah,
See if
like
you can-
a fidget spinner.
Yeah.
You're just
Oh.
like dink, dink, dink.
yeah.
No,
yeah. But I think those were the main ones. Let me check my notes here quick. If I got my laptop.
those are all good ones. I like it.
Yeah, Graxaw, Tricer BC, LP.
What do you think, Graxaw? What's the name? What do you think comes
It's
with
a
that
weird
name?
name.
It makes me think of hacksaw, and then when I think of hacksaw, I think of like
Skullcap that.
no, I think of like hacksaw Jim Duggins. You know,
Oh,
you know what I mean. Cody knows what I mean. Big wrestling fan right over there.
Cody's a big wrestling fan.
There you go. I like it. So we,
Yeah.
should we wrap it up with a bow and hit 2024
And then
goals?
I'll go buy those pants.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do 2024 goals. What's yours, Trail?
Let's wrap it up. Goals for me, 2024. Deer, mule deer, whitetail deer, elk, antelope with a bow.
Can we talk about this whitetail thing? You guys have a whitetail kick going on.
Huh?
You guys have a whitetail kick.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh yeah.
I
For,
get a
for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like you guys are addicted right now.
Yeah,
You guys
oh,
watch this dude Seek One? Have you watched any of his?
Absolutely. Do you see the one that he just killed?
Dude, I'm
The drop
on
tines?
YouTube at night watching that dude.
Oh, I
I'm
watch
so
him all the time.
fascinated with that guy, with
I
what they got
watched-
going on.
I watched almost every
Yeah.
every one of his videos.
The whole concept of like hunting these
Wild city
urban,
deer. Yeah.
it's just fascinating.
Dude, did you watch the latest one?
The
I'm trying
big-
to Kimbo. The Kimbo
Yeah,
buck.
yeah, I watched it.
He's got guys smoking a crack pipe.
Yeah, and then he shoots this.
And he shoots a 215
Yeah.
triple dropper whitetail in the middle of it's wild. And
Yeah.
he does it all the time.
So I do have an increasing affinity for
Yeah.
whitetail.
So you're doing some research right now,
Yep.
trying to find some whitetail
Yep.
opportunities.
So whitetail with a bow, mule deer with a bow, elk with a bow, antelope with a bow. So I want to do 4. I want all with a bow. That's one goal for the year. Second goal, shoot better with my bow. I want to I've been using this sensor. I was showing Lorenzo this morning. all the cool stuff that you can do with it. It's like all this information available to you that you could never really track. So I feel like using that in conjunction, like very just diligently and just like really paying attention to it one-on-one, like improving actively to become a better shot with
using
my bow.
it with purpose,
With
and
purpose.
not just for fun.
Can you we can obviously talk about this product, right? Because we talked
Yeah.
about the last products. Can we dive into a little bit what we had the group chat yesterday with Wilson?
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying, what do most professional archers on that drift, the hold
Yeah,
pattern?
so I've heard. Yeah, so it estimates your MOA, and it'll give you like a number. So like mine,
How are you saying MOA? Because MOA to me is rifle minutes of angle. Is it very
yeah, so that's the way this has been explained to me. It's the amount of movement at 100 yards in inches.
okay?
So like me, for my typical aim, like on a good one, would be like 5, 6, 7 inches.
So it means
at
you're
100
dri-
yards.
you're
I'm drifting
drifting
that far.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm being told that like some of the top tier shooters are like 1 to 2 inches, like
Which
one,
is
1 to
so
2. I don't-
Oh,
When you said that in the group chat, I was like, what?
oh.
which is pretty disgusting.
So
That's amazing.
Levi is a 1-inch guy.
Probably.
He's-
Yeah. That's what I've been told.
Wow.
I mean, which is pretty incredible. I don't know though. Like I've shot some local shoots where, you know, in Utah, we're fortunate. We have got a bunch of good shooters that'll show up to a local shoot sometimes, especially if the money's decent. And like Kevin Wilkie, Tim Gillingham, those guys, I've watched those guys shoot. Kyle Douglas, watched him shoot. Like it is pretty incredible. Those guys look like statues when they come to full draw. It just sits.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's going to be such a good tool, because like a lot of people probably listening to this right now, like, oh yeah, I could hold 1 inch. Like you think you might, but then you put a tool in front of you that's going to show you the data.
I
like
can't.
really you
I
don't.
know that. I've tried. I'm
Yeah.
trying. I'm playing with weights.
Yeah.
And
So
draw
now,
lengths
you're trying to
and-
figure out
Yeah,
how to get better.
And that's the thing is like you've always kind of just like, oh, I think this bow holds best. I think it holds good for me, you know? And you know, your groups are going to tell you that if you shoot a lot, but this gives you a tool to like play with stabilizer weights, play with draw length, play with draw weight. Like all these different things that you can do to kind of play with how the bow actually holds. So it's pretty sick. Pretty cool. So that was one goal. And then the last one,
Well, you went 3?
I went 3. You
guys are
can go 3. My
cheaters,
bad.
man.
I cheated.
Is there rules to this game or
Yeah,
not?
I had one more. I'm going to be real quick with it though. I just want to draw one good tag. And a lot of that's like out of my hands. Some of it is in my hands with the number of points I got, but like a goal, I want to have one really good tag
For mule deer.
for anything. I don't care. Yeah, but those are mine for 2024.
Okay.
What do you got?
Oh, let me go you, Lorenzo.
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay,
He
I'll
asked
go.
you.
Okay. My first one is I want to try to figure out a way to get some more mule deer on the landscape and have these winters not so horrible, and just figure out this mule deer problem we've got going on in the West.
It's a good goal.
I don't know. It's not like a personal goal, or like I don't think I can contribute a ton to it, but like
You want to find a way that
I want
you
to
can.
figure out something that's going on with mule deer, and we can turn this ship around. Like obviously winter kills have been bad. We've had a lot of bad drought, so it's out of control. You know, there's a lot of predators on the landscape. Maybe we can do a better job with predators. You know, states managing all that stuff. But just like, it's kind of sad to me. Like in what, you know, we obviously none of us hunted in the good old days, you know, like way back in the day. It was good again here recently, and now it's not again. You know, is it cyclic? Is it going to come back? Are we going to see things improve? Like, I'm just like, it keeps me up at night. And I've just been like, you know, because I'm kind of live by myself, so I read a lot. So I've been like going back through a bunch of like mule deer biology books, some of the old school ones, some of the newer ones. That Heffelfinger book, I love that one. That new one he came out with, I'm reading that again. It's the second time reading through it. Just like reading things, trying to learn more stuff, just like I can be more educated on certain things, and just like trying to piece it together maybe for myself, but hopefully collectively we can like all figure out mule deer in all these states.
Are you thinking it from a perspective of like trying to develop some way that you can have some impact, whether that's like through a voice, whether that's through like some way to fund a project of some sort?
Something.
That's a good one.
Like kind of a way, like I would love to figure out a way to give back personally, but either get, like you said, give back with knowledge or give back with educating people. Like I got a lot of emails and some DMs about like when we talked about that Utah podcast. Like people love that one. People loved, like they were talking about biology reports, like how can we get access to that? And I kind of, you know, showed them some of the articles I wrote before about how to find these, you know, scholarly reports, gave them links to all the antler restriction stuff that's been tried before. So like just kind of helping people learn more stuff. And if we're all more like, I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means when I'm talking about this, but I even want to learn more and just be like, we can all collectively then have better answers than we go forward rather than these, blanket statements. Everyone's just passionate about certain things. They want giant deer, but they want opportunity as well to shoot 1 million deer. So it's like, we can't have everything all at once. And just like, why are mule deer populations, going low, and they're continually going low, and not many states are increasing in mule deer population. All the states you hunt, what's going on? Try to figure it out.
Good one. I like it.
So it's just one I kind of passionate about. 'Cause I love mule deer. I absolutely love hunting them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I have to hunt more elk to make mule deer better, maybe I will. But it's like I want everyone to experience a really good mule deer hunt, and I want just to have that in the future, to be like, there's mule deer in landscape everywhere.
That's probably a good one for everybody to think about.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then my second goal, and this is one that I thought about doing for a while, but it's hard to give up what I do normally. Like I love hunting mule deer, I love hunting bears. I love drawing random tags, got a lot of points. Like, I have these elk points I want to try to burn because I have a shit ton of those. But I really want to hunt a blacktail. I want to hunt a Colombian blacktail. And I want to do it in the jungle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go to Cali and do like
Big
slightly
open range
non-jungle
stuff.
open stuff. I want to do it in the jungle. I want to do it in some logging country, logged areas, and just experience new species.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a bunch of blacktail books at home, and I've read maybe a couple chapters, and I always stop reading them because I would rather go back to reading something else. But like I want to learn more about blacktails because they're related to mule deer in a way, and I want to hunt one selfishly because I do want to do the deer slam. I just need a Colombian blacktail and a Sitka blacktail. I have a deer slam. But I kind of want to do that. So I've been, like we talked about research and stuff. So I've kind of been jumping on, trying to figure out maybe where my opportunities lie. What am I willing to give up on a normal hunt schedule? Like obviously I won't know what I draw, but like I said, I'm hoping to draw some good tags as well. But like, how can I fit this in to go and do something new in a new state, new environment? And then what lessons will I learn hunting blacktail? And how can I maybe take some blacktail tactics, merge them into some of my mule deer tactics? Like how can those be similar in a way? Or maybe what I've learned from mule deer, how can I incorporate it into a blacktail hunt? But I'd really like to take a blacktail.
It's a good one. I
kind of want to take I'm not saying I want to take an absolute giant cranker, but I want one that's a good representation. It looks like a blacktail, double throat patch kind of thing, big old thick neck on them. Just like,
patch.
If it's a 3-point, it's a 3-point, but love a 4-point if possible, but like just a good blacktail. Something I can be like, yeah, I'm excited about that blacktail.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Something new.
I like it. Thanks for thinking about it. That's a good one.
Yeah,
both of those are good.
This is a good
Well,
one.
thank you, Trail.
What do you got?
I feel so selfish now to not
That's what
like
I
throw
felt.
out a community one.
He starts into this whole altruistic
community
thing about
thing,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
now I
I'm
feel
like,
like
all I want to do is
asshole.
kill things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
I mean, I want to kill I want to kill 190 buck too, but
Sure. Okay. Thanks for throwing that in to make us feel better at the end.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we're back on
Yeah.
level ground here.
I haven't in a while. It's been a few years since I've got a real giant. So that's another
Tough though.
selfish. That's a selfish goal.
Yeah.
So I'm doing
It's only
research on
gotten
that.
tougher, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you can't do it either.
Yeah.
Look at our guy Trail over here.
I mean, if I did it, anybody can do it.
Like that. I like that
Yeah,
mentality.
for sure.
True story.
For sure, Trail.
That's the truest statement we've made on this podcast.
So I have 3 if you guys are going to break the rules, because I was really trying to debate which we're going to make the 2, but since you guys broke the rules, I have a genuine 3. Figure out whitetail. I've been saying that for a while now on the podcast. Like I genuinely want to figure out whitetail, like good whitetail, and not just hunt them, like really figure them out. The land management, the strategies, all that stuff. Like
That's what's interesting to me
so
too.
new to me.
The whole process.
Yeah, it's so new to me, and this whole year-round dedication to it, man, that is like right up my alley for how my mind works. It'll give me something to do and think about, so I don't just daydream all the time and disconnect from.
Watching that guy, just kept thinking this entire process is
It's
so
year-round.
fascinating.
Yeah, it's awesome. So I'm really, really dedicated to that, and I have been. I've been doing a ton of research there. 2, get my family on a hunt again this year, specifically my oldest son. We took the year off this year just because my wife being pregnant and like how the late stage of pregnancy kind of took over when the family hunts happen. And I feel guilty not getting my son, specifically my son, out there, my wife as well. But the more you take him hunting, the better likelihood he's going to enjoy what I do, you know? And if he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm totally fine with that. I'm not like going to force anything by any means, but if he enjoys it and I can get him more experience with it and more time in the field, like you had your boy in your lap and the whole deal, like I really want to get back to doing that with my family. So getting them on a hunt this year, whatever it is. If it's elk, it's elk. If it's not, who knows what it is. Maybe it's antelope. I don't even know, but really focused on trying to get a family hunt in again this year in 2024. And then 3, you guys, I'm sure, have seen my addiction and dedication to this archery stuff. But I really want to get proficient in my shot making. Like I said, my confidence in hunting with a bow has always come from like taking in the moment, like through the burn film with me and you. That was probably the best example of why I am successful with a bow, is I don't settle into the bowstring until I fully understand where they're walking through and, you know, counting steps to make sure I still have the proper range. I've always been good at that, but not that I've lacked confidence in the actual like shot break and what I'm doing in that moment, but I want to be more conscious of, like, I really want to become a lot more conscious of my bow, my arrow setup, why that is, why it's together, why I'm shooting that, what's the purpose, like more intent on
more control.
Yeah, more control of it all. And then truly understanding, like I'm getting that shot. What's it called? That's that
Shot sense.
Shot sense.
sensor.
To really understand, like, okay, where is my shortcomings? So I can, because right now I genuinely don't know. So I really want to figure out, well, if I can get halfway better at those shortcomings, I mean, think about how much better overall the success would be if I can just get halfway better at what I'm failing at. You know,
It's a good one.
so those 3 things.
Really good. And 2 of the 3 you can combine. Like you could do the whitetail thing and take your family whitetail hunting and introduce your kid to maybe taking a doe.
People tell me that. I am selfish. So like, and I genuinely know that about myself, and I'm too selfish about the whitetail right now to introduce that.
You want to maybe learn it first.
Yeah. Like I'm too selfish about it to introduce that level of aspect to it.
No.
I need to take them in something that I already know,
you're comfortable with,
that I'm super like, okay, this tag, I know exactly what I'm doing. Don't have to figure anything else
I
out.
like that.
Over time, well, I'm sure that the whitetail potentially will morph into that if I can get myself in the setup that I want. But yeah, man, I'm just too selfish about killing a big whitetail right now. And not even like big, just I want the process of, you know, food plots and strategy and travel corridors and bedding area and all this stuff to pick one buck on trail camera and then target that buck and kill it. That's what I'm into.
I'd even be interested in like the soil dynamics.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like soil samples and like figuring out what's going to grow better, what's going to grow in this environment, how to make the soil better.
Yep.
Like that stuff's intriguing to me.
That's where I'm at with it right now. Like I'm deep into that. Did I ever think I'd be researching soils? No. But am I? Yes.
I want to grow some tomatoes in Las Vegas. That's why you're researching.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's good. I think I'm not like a big goal setter in the way that like I write down my goals, and you know, I'm not like putting sticky notes on my my mirror in the morning.
Vision board.
Yeah,
or something.
I don't have a vision board, but I do think just even if you loosely have goals that you think about, I really do think it's a big factor in just like having those come true.
Yeah, the overall success of it.
Yeah.
What's it called? Manifest it.
You
think about it think about something so much that it actually comes true.
Yeah.
And even if you are like the anti-goal, like my brother-in-law, my wife's brother is like a anti, because it just there is something to be said where you kind of get fixated in it. If you just have intent and purpose of like why you're making the decision for that hunt, don't even call it a goal, but like, oh, I have this many points, or my wife has this many. What's the intent of putting in for this tag? Is that a family hunt? Is that this hunt? Is that, just purpose for it?
It just helped guides the entire thing.
Yeah.
Well, good. You know what point in the podcast we've reached?
You gotta pee.
You have to pee.
That's it.
Trail's gotta pee.
I guess podcast is over then, right?
So
anything else?
Well today though.
I did pretty good, and I even drank a whole bunch of water. So, anything else? You guys wrap up? That was a good one.
That was a good one. I'm excited for 2024. I'm excited for the year. Excited for people to check out some things we got coming out and go hunt.
Yeah, and if you listen to this one, listen to the next episode, the 100th episode. We're gonna do a little something special, little giveaway. So listen to that one.
Heck to the yes.
Also, and I'll throw it in right at the end. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, like the podcast. That helps us out.
Leave us a review. I like reading reviews.
Yep. Leave us a review.
And I always love reading the comments on YouTube.
It's a wonderful place.
Yeah. So with that, we'll bounce. Thanks, guys.
See ya.